So I just call them so they can message. I told the people to bring it. Yeah, he know you will not be. He let him be acting for respectfully.
So that's share it live.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Good morning. Whatever place you are, guys. Welcome to MMETVLIBERIA, bro. Please help us share it live. Share it live. Please share it live.
Oh, you want to be share it live?
Please share it live. Help us share it live. If you're watching it live, please share it live. Thank you for joining us here. Okay. So while we're sharing it live, we're gonna go ahead and share and play Liberian music.
What are you eating? Sawali.
So y'all please help us share it live. Okay, we got a lot to talk about today.
Then you will still eat fufu and soup.
Again, Massa, aka what?
Trinika Femi.
Okay, aka Trinika Femi. Trinika Femi in the building. Okay. So just stay tuned. How about sharing it live? We got a lot to discuss.
Hello.
So let's play that bird music for y'all.
I'm good. Who's this? No, I don't.
Yeah.
You
get money, you
forget about you and you forget about me.
From my face. We all start from 6 to 6.
Ready?
Baby, so I know stress. My worry for January.
Our agency that starts on the phone.
So I'll go.
At Virgo, we understand that even
The bottom is starting to
every booking is automatically backed by our Virgo Care Guarantee, giving.
You ready now, Papa?
Yeah, give me 2 minutes when I get a 10:25 will start.
Okay, no problem.
I just share the live.
Yeah, I'm about to share it.
Good afternoon, good morning, whatever place you are. Welcome to MMETVLIBERIA, logged in with LIBD Money, aka Crown Weber. I'm here with one of the biggest entrepreneurs in my city. We're live in the studio today. You know, she have a lot to discuss. So y'all stay tuned. Please help us share the live. While you're watching the live, help us share the live. If you have any comment, anything you want to say during the live, you can comment. If you have a question, comment a question. So that we will be able to answer your question, okay? If we can't answer your question, sorry, we apologize. We don't have answers for everything, you know. But yeah, we'll try. So let's share it loud, please. Share it loud. Let's go.
Just shut it loud myself. I can
What? Okay, I have to go on the page, right? Because it's MME.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Hello? 5215. All right. Thank you. The last four of my phone number 5215. Like that's my little password for this. There's so much children there. What is that making come like? All right, thank you. Yeah, my father wanted to check it. Yeah,
that we get your money. I will say, okay, I can speak. She girl, bitch, I can't what's up for my baby? I just told you what to do. If you want my husband, test my true up, you know my fun, yeah, you fun, but you get that. She wants you got that, you want the place. She call me baby, but you be the same. But all I want, that nigga play the game.
I'm seeing it all. Okay, I'm seeing it now.
She doesn't get that paper and show her this.
Why we don't do first period?
She wants you to that you she got me baby, but you baby. But all I'm gonna make you play.
Hola, por abrir que empiezo,
On TV, I will find out today.
Period. Fucking period. I try to really love my 7.
That's not gonna give it a value.
Can you believe that song that this song that I played, Jenna? Tussle. Just one more time, I won't get in. You know, I won't get in.
Okay.
Yeah, that song that I really the song you was just rocking your bottle again, you don't know it? Look up, so that it's all you actually eating. Saturday, 10:30 p.m. Then when you go, we saw the fufu and sweet. Then we're going to the tombs. To the tombs.
It's Marcy, baby.
We're locked in with Massa in the studio today. My people, please share the live. We got a lot to talk about. You hear me? Thank you for joining us here on MMETVLIBERIA self-culture level.
I lost my mind when you were telling me, say you were feeling me too. Still fine boy, cutie eyes, front you looks like chocolate. Says you talk and says
Shout out to you, DJ Tony. I see you. Shout out to you.
What is that?
just my respect. I said it really you could have found me, say be my girl, I say yes, okay. I remember you said you like your girl, and I ain't her like mine. But I will just so if you see me, you're gonna get out fun everything. Oh, and fun past me. You show this sound with my flower garden. Oh, I'm ready to pull you out. Keep us though. For me, I rest the show. I will not be so so that we just so
So, Massa, the way you requesting this song right now, and seeing that one of the favorite Liberian artists here.
Yeah, I love her.
Shout out to you, Femi. Let's go. You know?
I really love her, baby.
Okay, that's good. I ain't supposed to be. So
I want to get in the studio with her too.
Alright, so if you're not listening to Liberian music right now, you're not following Liberian music, please do so.
You see how nobody lyrics?
Liberian music getting sweet day by day, okay? I get it. So don't forget about your own thing, okay? Let's go. Let's keep supporting Liberian music.
I know you can wait on me, way out from my girl, from my girl too. I know I'm one in a million, but I'm getting 50 with more than billions. So you said plus situation, but I'm getting for you like I couldn't fever. I don't want to see that. I don't know what I'm doing with a fever. I just sit here with my mom, you know. Temptation plenty. I just sit here with my mom, you know. Temptation plenty. Who's to tell you, tell us that you may hurt you. Yes, I want to. And I hear them say you be there. Be like pretty girls and mine. But I be touching. If you see me when I get up, like me. All that fun classy. It shows this thing when I go out. Cause are you ready to pull him out? Keep out, flow. For me, I rest that show. I'll be lying to me. But I'm for me, so. So let me touch to the touch. Let me touch to the touch. Let me touch to the touch. If you see me when I get out.
DJ Tony says, "Say, oh, enter in a gallery."
Say, oh, enter in a gallery. Don't quit saying in a gallery. Say, when I enter a gallery.
Let me touch to the touch.
I know the way they are fun, the girls fun, I know I'm running a million, fun, getting sexy, so we're flashy, but I think so my hair, you don't want to see that. I'm very, very like this song.
You want me?
You want to get a rebel? And I'll post the camera. Yeah, we're coming to start. You can't miss any parts of this.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good morning, whatever place you at. Thank you for tuning in with us. You know, before we start, you know, I want to play a couple songs real quick, like brand music. Y'all know we gotta keep promoting our own musician, and so let's promote like brand music, okay? Let's go.
Look at it, go out, get my money for free. Don't do whatever it is. What it means, I got it for it. And I did not want you. That's me, Femi. Hey, Femi, what an answer. What about you? Should I ask you? When I get it up, that's me, Femi. That's me.
Everything I need, is good for you to me. You said it found me, oh, I don't know what we are doing. Let me for a fool, boy, we still talking my fool. Oh, that's fun, my fool. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's fun, my fool. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's fun, my fool. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's fun, my fool. Oh, that's fun.
Lot of I say love like scam. I don't believe in love. This song go for y'all. Love like scam. If your heart been broken before, I know you're feeling this song right now. Love like scam, okay?
For my enemies to see.
So Massa can you build it to that to put enemy that go shit.
No, of course
My enemies to see. For my enemies to see. For my enemies to see. That's the point of I'm going up and down, women. Say I will not make it in the land. People so
you are everybody want my
enemies to see.
For my enemies to see. For my enemies to see. For my enemies to see. For my enemies to see.
My enemies to see. My enemies to see.
Right now, you want to put out the street. We'll find out what you want to put out the street now. You're still
Jealousy, I don't get jealous. In a day, I give you more sugar. I give you love, I'm feeling oyster.
I live in poverty in the home of fall. I don't remember I get I don't want my own feeling and I in the video. But when I walk over the job, my neighbor, telling me to go. Hey, yeah, but when I walk over, Sale para no money, because you like following me. They want something for business on the wall. Oh, Mama, God, telling me singing on the wall. For my enemies to see. 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 My enemies to see. My enemies to see. Reminds me for freedom. It's up on every blessing, so life for your refill. So the money coming your way. Messiah, that's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good morning, so welcome to MMETVLIBERIA Self-Culture Elite here with Boy LBD Money, aka Crown Weber. Alongside with
I didn't leave a
Massa,
crown.
So thank you for being here. Share it live. If you're watching this interview, we're about to start right now. We got a lot of hot topics to talk about tonight. So if you have anything like you have to say, just drop your comment in the comment section or ask a question in the comment section. Okay, we're begging you. We're not gonna play no games. We get manager all in the manager not gonna sit in the chair with us.
Oh, my manager respect herself. She not here for the fries.
The manager behind closed door.
That is so good. One and I just for the fries.
Let's get it started. So, Massa, thank you for coming on MMETVLIBERIA Self-Culture.
Thank you for having me.
I'm happy what we discuss everything. We talk about everything here. So, thank you for coming. For the viewers that are watching, can you please go ahead and introduce yourself, where you from, and where you currently reside right now?
Okay, thank you for having me. First and foremost, I genuinely appreciate you inviting me to your space and your studio. I'm grateful to be here. I am originally from Liberia. I was born in Liberia, and then my father migrated us to the U.S., which we resided in Rhode Island on the East Coast, and then I moved to Iowa May of 2013.
Okay. So, what tribe are you?
Gola and Crown.
Okay. So you're mixed Gola and Crown. That's good. That's good. I wish I was mixed, but me, I ain't mixed. So I don't know what to say about that one. But we're glad to have you in the studio tonight. So before we start, can you tell all your experience? You know, you used to live in Rhode Island and now you currently live in Iowa. So what is your experience with the year you've been living in Iowa? What would you say are the good things? Can you say some good things about Iowa? Tell all your
Of
experience.
course, of course. To be honest, I genuinely love the economy of Iowa. I feel like it's easier to settle here compared to other states.
Mhm.
I feel like two things you can't really struggle for here. One is a job, employment, and the other is a car or like a home.
Mhm.
I feel like those things are very much easy to accomplish here in Iowa compared to other states. And apart from there, I like the school system. I feel like Iowa is like a good place to raise your family,
Mhm.
but like when you go out there into the work field, I do feel like it's a lot of racism. So it's hard for like African families to kind of adapt to the Iowa culture. So because of that, we kind of stay within our own environment.
Community,
Yeah,
yeah.
our own community, the
Mhm.
Liberian community,
Mhm.
which can sometimes be toxic because we are from a third world country with war and violence. So I feel like because we stay so much within our community, that gives Iowa like a bad reputation because we're known for like drama and violence based on our background. But I feel like if Iowa was more like maybe New York, Rhode Island, Atlanta, like other states that bring all cultures together, where for example like you can party with like the Mexicans, the Hispanics, Italians. I feel like that would really help to seize down the drama within Iowa. But because we're not given that, that's why we just kind of fight among ourselves.
Okay, so you think we change the diversity of bringing like Latino and more all to party
Yeah,
with us, it will change the balance between
yeah,
us as Africans.
I think
Those
so.
just don't get along.
Yeah, we really don't.
Okay, okay. No, I totally agree with you. That's a good one. All the promoters that are out there that are watching this live, that's a good point that you made. We do need to expand instead of just focusing on just African. We need to expand to bring other crowd out there that gonna bring in money. Because Africans sometimes they go to the door and they don't even have money. They just want cause trouble.
Right.
They don't have money to pay. They want bad G and stuff like that. So you totally have a point, and those are things we should be looking forward to working to putting order so that way we can expand as African community.
Right.
Tap in different culture too as well.
Exactly.
So you
Like
do have a
like
point.
for example, in Rhode Island, they have the Italians
Mm-hmm.
and they have the Hispanics. So even if you go to Providence, which is like the capital city, you will see a mixture of Africans,
Mm-hmm.
Italians, Hispanics, just having fun. So like you'll have a good time, especially if you go to like Boston, which is like Massachusetts, a state next to Rhode Island. Like you would genuinely like really really have fun because like we're not from the same backgrounds. Everybody there to just enjoy their life and have fun. But
Mm-hmm.
when all we have is ourselves, then we nip and pick on each other because why? And I see a lot in the job field, like they're not really accepting to like you know
Mm-hmm.
us Africans. I can't speak
Yeah,
for other cultures,
yeah.
but I don't feel like us Africans are like really welcome. Like
Iowa is a white people state
yeah.
anyway. So with us being here, it's gonna be it's really hard for all the tap into like
Yeah,
different
to
stages
make
and stuff like
friends
that.
with
So,
other people. Yeah.
yeah, you feel right. So what is your opinion when it comes to like club wise with the African clubs in Iowa? What is your own opinion or what is your thought on that? How you think the clubs are going? The club business, all the
Um,
dining, all restaurant, everything like.
to be honest, I feel like it's not secure. Like like if you was to go to a club in New York, you would see a bouncer, not just one bouncer, but multiple bouncers. Meaning where if any type of violence was to break out, it's controlled.
Okay, when you say bouncer, not all the African, all the black people understand English to understand what bouncer is. In
Mhm.
like great English, well, how will you interpret that as bouncer? Speaking of security, or?
Yeah, a bouncer is a security guard.
Okay, okay, all
Yeah.
right.
So, but he's not there to like, like fight you or attack you. So, like for example, if something was to break out in the club, the bouncer would escort that party out of the club, and then the club will continue.
Right.
But I feel like here in Iowa, number one, they do like pick and choose, you know. So let's say, for example, if I came to the door and because I'm a familiar face, I don't have the funds to pay, but maybe I want to have fun that night and I don't pay, and then like you come and you pay, but then you and I end up getting into like an altercation, like you know, like
You mean pay for you to get into the club?
no, let's like okay, um, I used to sell food, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people know me. So sometimes, not everywhere I go, I pay. Sometimes I go places, I don't really like not pay, but I'm able to get other people in for free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
How you do that?
just being me.
Oh, so when people know you, they allow you to go in with some of your guests.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So say like for example that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you come and you pay, but then in the club, you and I maybe get into like an altercation or something.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I didn't pay, like I would be escorted out. But it's like, okay, if you respected me enough to allow me into your space
Facility.
to not pay because I'm well known, why wouldn't you escort the other party up or escort both of us out instead of just me because I'm well known? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that don't make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make
Because
sense.
if you're able to go through a door,
Yeah,
that means you already paid. It's
exactly.
already been proved that you're able to get in, right?
Right.
So if you have any late confusion
Mm-hmm.
or anything, for what I heard, because I did speak to one of the club owner too,
Mm-hmm.
he said his new rules that he's starting now is that if you come to the club and you start a fight, let's say you start a problem on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
That person who started the problem is the person who's going to be banned. So the person who didn't start the problem, that the problem went to because they didn't want no trouble, so that person will not be banned because they were not the one who started the problem. You understand?
Yeah, I feel like that's
So-
fair.
So that's what he said. His new rules will be. That's how he replacing new rules now.
Right, but you
Now
see
coming-
the point there is new. It's new. It's not something that was already in place.
Mhm.
And I just feel like it's biased because if you respect somebody enough to allow them into your premises for free, them and their guests, then you should think about that when they're attacked. You know, to either for me, if I was running a place of business like that and there was an altercation between both parties, I would escort both of them out.
To leave. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
wouldn't pick a side.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's how it should be.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick
And I
a
think in
side.
the big clubs, that's how it usually is.
Right.
If both parties, like if you go downtown
Hmm.
and people get in trouble, that are, let's say people fighting in the club, they walk for your outside.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think it's the fair way,
Mhm.
but sometimes too, it all depends too, because everybody run their business differently. You
Mhm.
understand?
Yeah.
So if they set a procedure to what they say, okay, well, the way we run our club, it will be if you start problem, you don't want to be the one paying because sometimes people don't go looking for problem and come looking for them. You
Absolutely.
understand? And when problem come looking for you, you gotta defend yourself. It didn't mean that you wanted the problem, but because you defend yourself, people will think that
You
you're part of the
become the
problem, but
problem.
you really not the problem
Mhm.
because you never started the problem in the first place.
Right.
So I think that's why he's putting his procedure in our
Way.
way for
Yeah.
a club now. That if anybody go over to a club and start a problem, you who started, you will be banned. So you who didn't start it, you was never looking for the problem. It just came your way, and you have to defend yourself.
Right.
You know, because
And one thing about me, I'm always gonna defend myself. Like I know people think that I like drama. If you really, really know me, like I'm not even the type. I don't even talk like on a day-to-day basis. Like I'm not even somebody that can really talk. I only talk when I become passionate about something. But I feel like people target me a lot because of my ex-husband. He was very much involved into the community. And that created a lot of beef for me because I was obviously attached to him. So like it's kind of like it's like when oil spill, you know. So it's kind of like whatever he went through, it kind of spilled on me. And then I'm not passive. I'm not passive aggressive. Like I'm very assertive, meaning I don't bother people. I try to respect everybody. We're all humans. I try to give people the same respect that I desire and treat people the same way how I would want to be treated. But however, if you know like if you have an issue with him and then that spills onto me, I'm not the type to just keep quiet. I'm gonna defend myself.
No,
So
that's true.
I feel like within this environment, I found myself having to defend myself a lot because even though we're no longer married, but because of the people that he has dealt with. And it's like as much as I'm trying to close that chapter and close that book, it's like it always is that ugly demon that just always pops back up.
So you speaking of marriage, so you was married, you were married before.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and
From
then
2015 to 2022.
so how long was that married?
6 years.
6 years married. And you guys have kids together?
Yes, 3 children.
Okay, that's good. So it's a good thing that you brought up about your marriage because I always wanted to ask people when it comes to marriage, right? Because there's too many people that are just getting married too many times. I don't think it's necessary for people to be getting married more than one time. You understand? If marriage didn't work the first time, what made you think it would work the second or the third time? You know what I'm saying?
It can. I feel like marriage can work the second or third time depending on one if you learn from your mistakes that you made in the first or second marriage, and two if you're willing if both parts are willing and they bring God involved. Of course, marriage can work, but again, you have to be willing to do the work.
But it will work after the marriage will work in the second trial, but not the third trial. So you can get married for the first time and go through divorce, right? Because why maybe you guys wasn't meant to be together, right?
Right.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
And then you move in to the next one, you get married to the next person, right?
Right.
Which you thinking now this one will be the best one because you're compatible and it's gonna last longer, right?
Not even because you're compatible, because at that point you should have done your homework. You should have, sat with yourself and do the work. Like, okay, where did I go wrong? Apart from the other person that I was with, what did I do on my own part? So if you are going into a second marriage, you should be fully prepared and fully aware of what to expect. So I don't understand why it should go to third, fourth, fifth. It's like, to me, it's not that complicated.
No, that's cool. You're right. You got a point.
That's what you know.
No.
Marriages are not something easy to be in, right? They're not just a regular relationship, so you got a point. But when it comes to you and your marriage, what would you say was what would be some of your past key in your marriage that you think made your marriage did not work that you could advise people on who actually alive or who want to get married?
For me, first of all, I feel like the age that I was, 23, I was way too young. I was not personally ready. But the person I was with, them being 7 years older than me, they were ready. Their family was ready. My family was ready. And it's like, my voice didn't have a say. So I feel like I wasn't ready. So the fact that I was aware of that, I didn't value it. I didn't cherish it. And I don't like now. That's why I say you have to do your homework, because after that marriage, I really sat with myself and did my homework, and I feel like now I'm a better girlfriend than I was as a wife.
Okay, so I know you said you didn't have a say when it comes to you getting married. So with you getting married in your past marriage, it was something that was already planned, like family to another family.
Right. It wasn't on my timing. It wasn't because I wanted it or because I felt like I was ready. It was just like because we had kids and it was the right thing to do in the eyes of the culture. I will not even say God, because I believe that when God is involved in marriage, there's no abuse as far as physical abuse. So I wouldn't even say it wasn't, I'm not ready to face God. I feel like I just wasn't ready, but because of the culture that we're from, again, a third world country, and children being involved, so it seemed like the right thing to do. But I don't feel like I was ready, and I don't feel like the other party was ready, and I feel like that's why we and I feel like that's why we both failed at that marriage. But now that I have taken the time to know myself, know God for myself, and know the purpose of marriage. Like I said, I'm a better girlfriend than I was as a wife. And I'll give you an example. Like in my previous marriage, I entertained a lot of friends. I entertained a lot of things that I wouldn't entertain like in my life today.
So you think marriage also have um part to play when it comes to age wise?
No, I don't think it's about the age.
You don't think somebody 50 or 40-year old going to go get married to somebody who just 21-year old, you don't have it's not a big difference when it comes to getting married to that person?
No, because I feel like it's about being ready. A 20-year-old could have spent maybe from age 10 to age 20 researching about marriage, reading the Bible, doing counseling, and just maybe based on their interests, maybe they're passionate about marriage and that's something they study for that period of time. Same thing with a 50-year-old. They could have gone through a divorce and took the time to search within themselves to see where they went wrong, and the two come together and become one. I don't feel like marriage has to do with the age. I feel like it has to do with the mindset. At the age of 23, when I got married in 2015, my mindset was not how my mindset is today. Neither, and I will speak for my ex, neither was his mindset than how it is today.
But you was young. The reason I'm asking because you were young at that time. Because you said you was young when you got married. So I was thinking maybe the age has something to do with it because your attention.
No.
Sometimes when you're young, as a teenager, you think about doing. Young people thinking, "What that 50 minutes already did long time ago. You're not doing, you already feeling that."
No,
Then
for
you
me,
say, you understand?
for me, I feel like from the moment I became a teen mom at the age of 16, in my mindset, I was already a woman. So even I was having children, I was running my own business, and I was working, and I knew what I wanted in life. So you can't say that my age was limiting me. My age was not limiting me because I was an adult living as an adult. I left my father's home at the age of 17. So, but I feel like, huh? What?
Yeah, they said, no. Go ahead.
Oh, the door. Yeah. Once I became a mother at the age of 16, I was already an adult, and my mindset was already of an adult. So I don't feel like it has anything to do with age, but I do feel like I wasn't ready to be married. And even though the person I was with, they were older than me, I feel like they too were not ready either because yeah, they were adulting, but they had their own lifestyle. Like at the time, my lifestyle was completely different from theirs. As in, like I just said, like it was about my kids, working, running my business, and I was more of a family oriented person, while they were more of like a social person. Like they had a dance group where they would go and perform for different events. So our lifestyles were completely different. Obviously, when your lifestyles are different, your mindsets are gonna be different. So it's either I was going to pull him into my lifestyle. It's either I was going to pull him into my lifestyle, which was family oriented, or he was going to pull me into his lifestyle, which was social. And eventually, he pulled me into his lifestyle, and that's where I kind of crashed out and felt like I lost myself. But I don't feel like it's about age. I feel like being ready for marriage is a mindset.
All right. So thank you so much for that answer. We'll go ahead right now and just take maybe like a 1 minute break. We get emergency, and so let me just play one like song real quick, and then after that 1 minute, yeah. See, we'll use the rest. We can go ahead. After that 2 minutes, then we can go. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We got a topic here. Why she get problem with WADIA? What was the problem between she and EJ Color? So we got a lot to talk about. Y'all just stay tuned. We'll find out all the drama like going on. Y'all won't find out with everything, okay? So y'all stay tuned.
You all actually I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Hold on.
My dress is so fly, right? Boy, I said you go. I know you think I'm a fool. Oh, you think I know? Say you still want me in the photo. You break my heart, though. I can't get it higher. You break it. I can't get it higher. You break my heart. I can't get it higher. You play me down. I can't get it higher. What's going on? I know. We get your heart down the road. She want back down the defense road. Because you're running from policemen. She want to come around. That means I'm below. Back home, I'm in a mirror. Oh, you spin a floor. You will fly low. You won't come my tattoo. So I can't let you go. My new girlfriend, she live in my bro. I will get on the cut my heart. She left in the door, she left making noise. So you think you can break my heart? My heart's from the fire. You make me cry. I got this from flying around. Well, I test me for. You think you're a fool. Oh, you think I know? So you say we're fool. You can break my heart. Can't break it, I can't. Can't break my when my happiness is in it, and I want to take it, I want to play with my feet. When you say me, I want me, don't come back again, because my heart will tell you. You wanna ask all my friends for a second, because my girl will be from down. You finish. Anyway, me see people only my body do I tell. Make you never let down, you get sissy, oh. Think I put the fire, you get sissy, oh. One stop on slow. I don't want no one to stop my feet. Baby, don't be a winner, I'm not sleep on it. I don't want nothing to spoil my day. I don't want me to get down here. I'm not sleep on it. So you think you can break my heart? My heart's gonna let it fly. You make me cry.
Alright, sorry, what I sorry.
Oh, you think I know? Say you still want me in the photo. You can break my heart. My heart's gonna let it fly. Can't break it. My heart's gonna let it fly. Can't break my heart. My heart's gonna let it fly. Can't play me foul.
Hello.
Shout out to all of y'all la Harlem Strong Jala Anora. Okay? Harlem Strong the Anora.
My hospital that Kawakulu.
So now go back to the topic, okay, guys?
Yeah, want some more? Checking and killing some more.
Alright, so our next topic. Our next topic will be what is the problem between you and WADIA?
OMG. I'm glad you asked me this because every time people see me like post about WADIA, is this a camera?
Yeah.
Okay, let me look in the camera because I'm passionate about this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Every time people see me post about WADIA, they try to make it seem like, oh, WADIA is this such nice person and I'm picking on her and I'm doing too much and I'm the problem. But what they don't understand is the strings that are being pulled behind closed doors. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are accusations about WADIA being intimate with my ex-husband, but that's not my concern because we're no longer together, we're divorced. But let me tell you where my personal problem started with WADIA.
Mm-hmm.
So my ex and I, we announced our divorce or separation in February, March of 2022, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we did that, WADIA was one of the first person to reach out to me. and I took her call, regardless of all the people that were inboxing me and calling me. I took her call, and the reason being is because she and him had a friendship where she would contact him to discuss her personal problems with his longtime friend DJ Michael. So out of respect for that, that's why I took her call. Again, not acknowledging or caring about the hearsay of them being intimate, because I do believe that a man and a woman can genuinely be friends without intimacy. So I never once in my heart believed that something was between them. You understanding me? So like I said, I took her call. When I took her call, she and I had a conversation about why we were getting a divorce. And again, that's, I don't care about that. What I care about here is that she specifically told me to not put him on child support. And I told her, I said, Wadia, as a woman, if this man can tell me that he's sorry that he failed me and our children and our wedding vows, why would I take his word of cash shopping me $300 every 2 weeks for the 3 children that we have? To be honest, I'm like, us even having to go through a divorce is a lesson learned to me that I cannot trust him. And vice versa. He shouldn't be able to trust me, although I didn't request it. But the fact that I put in for it based on what he wanted, I just felt like right then and there, I don't trust him. He don't trust me. You understand me? So that was my reason for filing for child support. Because if there's already no trust and we're going for divorce, why would I honor your word that you will support your children financially without the courts being involved? And honestly, at that time, like I said, every time he had a situation, it always came back to me and I had to defend myself. I honestly didn't want that to continue. I wanted it to end when him and I ended. Unfortunately, that's not my reality, but that's what I wanted. That was my intention. So I specifically told her, woman to woman, I said, I understand, your plea on his behalf for me to not put him on child support, but that's something I'm going to do for my children.
Okay, so here's my question, and I think I'm getting a little confused. So with Wadia, right? So is Wadia now loving to her ex-husband?
No, that's not the case. I'm not saying she's loving to my ex-husband. It's not about that. I'm saying when my ex-husband and I announced that we were going to divorce and we were separated, of all the millions of calls and messages I received, I didn't answer back to them because obviously, you're trying to figure out what to do within that moment. That's not the best time to talk to people and stuff. Well, I spoke to her. And when I spoke to her, she was pleading on his behalf that I shouldn't put him on child support. And my plea to her was, I get it. I get where you're coming from, that I shouldn't put him on child support because all this while him and I have been together taking care of our children. But going forward, that's not what our reality is going to be anymore. We're no longer going to be under the same roof taking care of these children. So in order for me to establish some form of security for my children, I am going to go through with the child support, just like I'm going to go through with the divorce. But I remember telling her, I said, but I don't want you to be the one to tell him, because obviously he already talked to you about it. That's why you're bringing it to me, because that's your friend.
Oh, so they're friends.
Yeah, they were friends. She would always call him to get
and she's friend with you too?
No, she was never my friend. She was always his friend.
Okay.
That's one. I mean, that's a character trait that she has. She always likes to be friend with men that are in relationships.
But when you were friend with him, you knew her, right? He told you that, oh, this is my friend.
I mean, I knew her like hello.
But no, what I'm saying is, when your man at that time, when your husband was your friend, when your husband was with you, right? He introduced her to you as his friend. Right?
No, I met Wadia through my older friend of mine, Eleanor Pablo Lofty. When Lofty Sano and myself were friends, that's when I met Wadia.
Okay. So the whole time you're married, you never knew they were friends.
No, me and Wadia were never friends. She was more of Cargo's friend.
Okay.
So that's why I understood why she was pleading for me to not put him on child support, because obviously that's something he probably told his friend, like, hey, since she's willing to take your call, or since she's willing to talk to you, can you please tell her XYZ to not put me on child support? But then my counter argument was that I am going to put him on child support for the security of my children, because if you can fail me and you can fail my children, why would I believe that you're gonna cash out me 300, which was his argument, that I shouldn't put him on child support. He would cash out me 300 every 2 weeks for the children. For me, I couldn't trust that. So my problem here with Wadia became when she called me and I told her, I said, Wadia, I'm going to put him on child support, but it's for our children, because I don't want problems. And I specifically told her, I said, do not tell him, because the way in which you would tell him as a friend, he will not understand that it's for our children. But the way in which I would tell him, he will understand. Because obviously, if a man sits you down after moving you from different states, if a man sits you, which is what Cargo did, sat me and our children down and basically told us that he's sorry that he failed us. After moving me from state to state, you've hindered my career. Like, I could have been a nurse already at this point if I didn't move multiple times with you, all in the name of family and marriage. Like, after so many sacrifices, you told me basically you were sorry that you failed myself and our children, regardless of the cheating allegations. Because one thing about me, I'm a real ass bitch. After 6-7 years of taking physical, mental, emotional abuse, I sure the fuck did cheat back. But I didn't cheat back in hiding. It was something that I told him about. And he said he accepted that because he understood that he provoked me. But we should move out of the state of Iowa to try to savor this marriage. So when we moved out of, for me, I don't run away from my problems. I told him that was not going to be that was not the solution, because you have to deal with whatever it is, whatever your flaws are, whatever your demons are. You have to deal with it within yourself. It's not about your environment. It's about you. You can move from here to Africa. If you're a liar, you will still lie in Africa. If you're a cheater, you will still cheat in Africa. You can move from Africa to Japan. If you're a killer, you will still go kill in Japan. So my whole point was, okay, you have an infidelity problem to where you're having a kid out of the marriage. Let's deal with that. Let's go to, marital counseling and learn how to rebuild an intimate marriage and work on the problems that we do have. But he felt like moving away from Iowa was the solution. So when we moved Georgia and it didn't help, that was when he sat us down and said he's sorry that he failed us. So me now, as a woman and a mother, I'm not gonna, trust that person to be able to financially help me with our children, especially if we're not together. Especially if we're not having a joint bank account anymore, especially if we're not living as a married couple anymore. I'm not gonna trust that. Which is what I expressed to her. I said, I don't want you to be the one to tell Cargo that I am gonna put him on child support. I want to be the one to tell him, because the way in which I would tell him, I'm telling you right now as a man, can you kind of get where I'm coming from? So I feel like he would have been more open to child support if he was going to hear it from me. But of course, Wadia went, jumped the broom, and had that conversation with Cargo without me, unknown to me. So right away when Cargo called me, like spazzing about it, oh, you're going to put me on child support, all that stuff. I only had that conversation with Wadia. Like I said, she was the only phone call that I picked up during that time period. Not nobody else but hers. So when he called me being upset about that, I knew that it came from her. So when I called her, instead of her being a woman to say, you know what, I'm sorry that you confided in me with this information, and I went and told him about it, or I didn't wait on your time for me to discuss it with him. You know what she said? She basically said that it was my payback of listening to people in the community about her being intimate with him. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Have I, Massa, ever came to you and attacked you about being intimate with him before you were like, it's like that deceitful shit. Like you've been keeping things in your heart, and now you want to use this situation as a payback for what you've been keeping in your heart. So that was when me and her problem started.
Okay.
So she didn't once apologize to say, Massa, you know what? I'm sorry that I jumped the broom and told him something that you asked me to not tell him for you to be able to discuss in a civil manner for your children. Instead, she tried to make it seem like, it was a payday, like, haha, it's sweet for you, I paid my dad. That was the last time I ever like talked to her in a genuine or sincere way. After that, she ran with the Facebook thing, like posting shit, doing all that stuff. And one time me and her did reconnect, like woman to woman. We had a conversation, and she told me, she's like, oh, she had lost about 3 family members of hers, and she was in a very dark place. But in order for me and her to be cool, she wanted me to go on Facebook and apologize to her. And I'm like, what the fuck am I apologizing to you for on Facebook? And for me, I'm a pure-hearted person. I'm a genuine person. I feel like if me and you have to talk about something, or we have to apologize about something, that should be between us. That has nothing to do with the media. Like that, literally, even the few people I argue with these past few months, I pull up to their homes. When I pull up, I didn't have my phone. I pull up with just me, myself, and I, because that's who I am. I deal with shit in real life. So it's like, why the fuck are you requiring me to go on Facebook and apologize to you before we can settle something that you did to me?
Okay.
So from there on, it just kind of escalated and escalated and escalated, and that's why, like, I just feel like she tried to steal my shine during my whole divorce process. Something that should have been a light to the community. The other manager here, she ready to by four.
She just disturbed you.
I just feel like something that should have been a light to the community. Like, okay, this was supposedly a power couple, but there was domestic violence behind closed doors, and now they're no longer together. Something that could have brought light to the community about domestic violence. I feel like that role that WADIA played kind of overshadowed that light.
So you was in a
and that's why I'm coming to me end. And that's why her little situation with her pregnancy and stuff. First of all, I don't believe in having kids out of wedlock. That's not me. So that's why when her whole little pregnancy thing came out, that's why I did the same thing that she did to me. And everybody want to be like, oh, you're doing too much. Why are you coming for her? And it's like, you don't know the backstory. She took that away from me. If you're a man, you know how you guys feel when it comes to women putting you on child support. She made it seem like I was a bitter ex-wife, and that's why I put cargo on child support. When God in heaven knows, and in my heart, that's not my intention. That was never my intention. How much do I get in child support? $150 every 2 weeks for 3 children. 3 whole children, 6-year-old, 11-year-old, and 13-year-old.
Yeah, it's not.
I receive $150 every 2 weeks. So it's not even much, but for me, at least it's consistent. It's coming every 2 weeks. I don't have to call him and be like, oh, you didn't send this month. I don't have to do that. It comes every 2 weeks, and that was my whole point of going through with the child support process. Well, her being her and what she did, it made him feel like, I was trying to have one up on him, or he over his head, or I was bitter, or I was salty, and that was never the case.
Okay.
So that's really why I don't fuck with WADIA, because it's like, woman to woman, you can't even, if you can't even feel my pain, why the fuck should I feel your pain? If you can't feel how me and my children feel, Why the fuck should I feel how you and your pregnancy feel? I don't give a fuck about that. Your pregnancy is no better than my kids. You're no better than me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I have a problem with her.
All right. I think I understand now. I see where the problem coming from now. So in order for you to settle the whole thing, she want you to go apologize to her on the media.
Yeah, which I would never do because me and her didn't
What?
have that conversation on the media. We had that conversation on my phone when a lot of people from the media were reaching out to me. I didn't answer their calls. I answered your call.
Okay,
And
so
you chose to betray me.
so the problem can be it can be solved, but just behind closed door without going on media. What you saying?
So no, I'm just like I don't even care if it has to be on media right now, you're speaking of right now. I'm talking about like then when me and her had a conversation after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
That was what she wanted.
But it already been resolved right now.
It's not resolved.
Okay, so it's not resolved.
It's not
But if
resolved.
she's waiting to do it behind closed door, you're waiting to resolve it.
Whether it's behind closed door or in public, she has to be willing because she betrayed me. I didn't betray her. I didn't do shit to her. She started it. So she has to search her heart and genuinely be like, you know what? Regardless of what people told this woman about me and her ex-husband,
Mm-hmm.
she picked up my call that day and she poured out her heart to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was the one that went back and switch it up. So if I want this beef to start, to stop, I have to be I'm speaking in terms of her, not third party.
Mm-hmm.
If she wants this beef to stop, then she has to genuinely be willing to want it. Because I'm not gonna force it. For me, it doesn't matter what it is behind closed door or publicly. I don't care about that. I'm just telling you what she said at the time when we reconnected after the fact.
Okay.
Right now, I don't care whether it's publicly or behind closed doors. My whole thing is let it be from the heart. Take accountability. That as a woman, I confided in you, and you dropped the ball, and that's why we're at where we're at. Don't make it seem like it's because I'm a bitter person, I'm a drama person, and I'm the problem. No, you did something.
Something got to.
You felt like Cargo was in your corner because of the relationship you had with DJ Michael. So you went and betrayed me to Cargo, which brought problems between him, myself, and my children. And I still went through with the child support. And I said even if I was getting $1 every 2 weeks, the fact is that it's coming every 2 weeks because I'm not gonna take Cargo's word for him to support his children financially because he already failed me in divorce. So why would I take his word? I don't trust him. And if I was him, I wouldn't trust me either. Like I keep it 100. He shouldn't trust me, and I'm the same way. I don't trust him.
Okay.
But my point is like her being the middleman. She played a negative part in it, and until she can take accountability for that, I'm not gonna be willing to address it with her, whether it's behind closed door or in public, because I need her to understand what she did that made me to be in the position that I'm in right now when it comes to her.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So I know I seen a lot of drama on the media, mostly too about you and other people. And I know I saw you and EJ Color. I saw you posting EJ Color. I don't know what the situation was, but I always wanted to find out because I remember once EJ Color reached out to me and said, "Oh my man, Massa, I don't have no problem with her, but I don't know why she there posting me." So I was
Why he reached out to you?
so we come in here with friends. We play together like football. We play soccer together instead of that. So I said I don't know myself like that. But I think one day I even asked her, "What's the problem between you and EJ Carter?" Because for what I was heard, for what I was told was that he don't have no problem with you. So what was the problem between you and EJ that you're posting everywhere and telling people and saying stuff about that? What was the problem between? What was the issue between you and EJ? Was it you and EJ, or was it just EJ? Somebody close to EJ that was causing the problem, but he decided to put on head.
To be honest with you, I don't really know what the problem is because EJ Carter and myself, we've had, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2 to 3 conversations outside of the public. And again, it's never really a personal issue against myself and him. But I feel like the people that he's around, like maybe Wadia or his wife or his circle, I feel like they influence him a lot. Because let's say you see me at Safari, right? And you come to me and you're like, yo, what's up? You're doing this on my name and stuff like that, and I pour out my heart to you. That's one thing about me. Like, I'm not gonna do the fake shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you how I feel, what you did, what you didn't do, how I feel about it. But let's say I tell you, then you go sit with your circle, and they downplay whatever I just told you. Now it's up to you now to discern. Like, damn, was Massa really like telling me the truth, or should I listen to my circle? I feel like that's kind of what happened with EJ Carter. Me and him have had multiple conversations one-on-one where it's never really an issue between him and I personally. But then when he leaves that conversation and he goes and sit with his circle or whoever he sits with, he'll go and block me on social media. Like, first of all, why are you inviting me to your soccer game as a vendor to sell, even telling me to keep a plate for you, but then the next day you're blocking me because of your circle? For me, I don't respect that because, like, I'm a real ass bitch. I don't care if my mom and you got a problem, that's between you and my mom, not me and you. And I'm gonna be by your side and by my mom's side to say, look, whatever problem you get with a person, that's between you and them. It's not between me and them. Because yes, because I serve the God Almighty. My loyalty is to God. God can use me as a peacemaker between two of you. But if I choose a side, how can God use me?
Right.
So I feel like that's what EJ Carter really been doing. Like, he been like playing the middleman.
So you think,
like, he genuinely don't have a problem with me. I genuinely don't have a problem with him. But because of his loved ones or the people that he's around, like, he has to move or act a certain way towards me. And one thing about me, once I peep that, I'm not the type to chase anybody. Like, I don't chase nobody, not my kids, not my mom, not my dad, I don't care, like, not my friend, I don't care. I don't chase nobody but myself. So once I peep that you want to move in a funny or weird way because you're basically conflicted between what's real and what's not, I make the decision for you. And I draw the line and I stay the fuck back until maybe God can reveal to you that, okay, this is what it really is. And then if you approach me, yeah, I will always be willing to talk about it. But again, actions speak louder than words. I'm going to watch how you move. So like I said, me and EJ Carter, we've had multiple conversations one-on-one where there's really no beef between us. All of this derives from WADIA. Yeah, so okay, if we talk about it, we're cool. And then because you're around XYZ, you go and block me on Snap or Facebook. Like, I'm not gonna see you in person and be like, hey, what's up? I'm gonna remember that you blocked me on Snap and Facebook after we already had the conversation that we're cool. And I'm gonna fall the fuck back.
So whenever he block you on Facebook, have you guys follow each other again for you to ask me like, oh, why you block me on Facebook?
Of course, after his last year's soccer game where he invited me as a vendor to sell food. I personally didn't sell food. I had one of my aunties sell her food. I gave her the contract because I wasn't prepared. I'm currently going back to school to become a nurse, so I'm not really doing cooking and stuff like that. So I gave the contract to my auntie Wadia. Wadia, she used to sell food like in Auntie Yasa, the late Auntie Yasa yard and stuff like that. So I gave her the contract. So after that day, he had blocked me, and I felt bad. When I say I felt bad in the sense like I didn't question it. I next saw him after his wedding at Safari. And I didn't approach him to say, oh, congratulations, or to do all that extra shit because, like I said, I'm a pure-hearted person. If you didn't have blocked me, even if you and your people have conversation behind closed doors and you're not fucking with me, don't let me know because me and you just had a real heart-to-heart conversation. But the fact that you let me know by blocking me, that's why I felt all the way back to where when I later encountered him at Safari on his wedding night, I didn't approach him or congratulate him or say shit to him.
Okay,
But deep down in my heart, was I happy for him? Yeah, I helped one of his best men to even DoorDash for his wedding. I would never, knowing me, I would never do that if I had animosity towards him. But it's kind of like I can still be myself without having to deal with you directly.
Okay, nah, it makes sense. It makes sense. That's good. That's good. That you have that sweet type of heart. They say you can hear a lot of rumors also from people there about somebody, but it's better that you ask that person yourself, or you don't know.
Right.
If everything you've been hearing from everybody, if it's really true, because us as Liberian, I will not even say African. Mostly Liberian people, they like to put their own tea in somebody else's tea. So if you have a hot tea, they'll put their own thing. If they hear small thing, they'll tweak it, put their own inside and chuck it to another person to carry it. You understand? So that was why I decided to ask you, because I know that only you know what the problem really was between two of you. So now that you said that you don't really have a serious problem, and just because you was black and you feel like, oh, because he black you, so you feel like maybe you need to stay away from him.
Exactly.
So that was maybe why you made a suggestion of staying away or not having nothing to do with it, which is okay. I feel like that's how people should react. If somebody black you, there's the reason why they don't want you around.
Exactly.
Or if you see that you can ask them, it's okay. Because maybe it might not be the one who black you. It might be somebody who, it might be their girl, it might be their wife, it might be, somebody else who black you. So why I ask you when you met him, did you ask him why he
No,
black
I never approached him on that.
Yeah, because you never know who black you. It could be somebody else who black you.
That's
So
true.
sometimes when somebody black you, and like you said, you already have a good conversation behind closed door, and the next day somebody black you, you should be wondering like, okay, but wait, why would he black me? Because you just say you're confused. So you ask that question and let him give you the answer why he black you, or if he was black. Maybe not even say you were black, So yeah. But that's good. That's good. Another question that I have for you, I noticed that you did a recent surgery, right? So your recent surgery that you did, what was the recovery process of the surgery that you just did?
Okay, so I had a lipo 360, which is basically where they suck the belly fat from your stomach, your sides. Like, why is my manager laughing right now? Like she feel like the thing I go feeding for, go give it to her naturally.
So that's funny thing for her to laugh about.
So she laughing at me. But yeah, I had a lipo 360 that took the fat from my stomach, my back, and my waist, just to kind of, bring my shit up some more because I feel like I'm not gonna put this on my kids because I'm somebody where no, I'm not standing. I'm not ready yet. July coming. July when I take my photo shoot, they will see because I still have to go through lymphatic massages, and I still have to go through recovery. Just because you went to do surgery and got off the table, it don't mean that that's your final result. Your body. You have to give your body.
I don't know nothing about surgery. You said telling me about it.
Yeah, you have to give your body at least 3 to 6 months for you to see your final results, and that comes with your diet, your massages, and how you treat yourself.
I think if I want to do surgery on myself, my own surgery will be my nose. I feel like my nose is too wild, and I have to go next and
I'm taking my mom to do her nose.
How people can identify me as African? They can
the one and only.
They can say the man like African. Look at his nose like wild and that. You understand? So yeah, I think that's what I would do.
Yeah, I'm taking my mom to actually do her nose next year March. So when I find her a doctor and she goes through with that successfully, I would definitely recommend you to that doctor. Okay, so I had lipo 360, which is where they took the fat from all around my waist, my stomach, my back, and my sides, because I went through a period of depression, doing divorce, where I gained like a lot of weight. And I just wasn't feeling myself. I just wasn't feeling myself. Like I was sad. Like when I look in the mirror, I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like I don't fuck with this. So everybody tried to stop me. Even her over there, my manager, she tried to put some some movie on to say, oh, somebody went and did that surgery and something happened to them. Or even her man too, try to put on Jesus Christ movie on to say, oh, don't do this. I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck. Even Jesus said, no, I'm doing this shit because if I don't do this, I'm not gonna be happy. And if I'm not happy, nobody around me gonna be happy.
Mevina, shout out to you, Mevina.
If I'm not happy, nobody around me gonna be happy. I will cuss everybody every day and night. You know what I used to do? While I was depressed, I would wake up in the morning, I would smoke my blunt, I would eat, I would sleep. Even I go to work set, I would walk out of that working place. I walk out of so many jobs. Like I didn't give a, because I wasn't happy. I'm a free spirit. When I'm happy, it's like everything around me happy and grows and flourish. But when I'm not happy, it's like everything around me dies because that's the energy I'm on. So I knew within myself, like I had to do something to get myself back physically. And that's what I did for myself. And you know, like this summer, you will see my full results.
So when it comes to the,
I'm not standing up.
So when it comes to the surgery that you just did, how much would you say you pay for the surgery that you just did? To sort in your stomach, your side piece, your back piece.
Overall,
how much you spend?
Overall, I would say $8,000.
$8,000.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to surgery, there's nothing wrong with people doing surgery because you got to understand that you got to feel good about yourself.
Of course.
You understand? If you feel good about yourself, anywhere you go, you feel confidence of doing anything you want to do. Why? Because you feel good about yourself. So really, I don't have problem with people now who doing surgery. If that's what it takes.
Wait, can you flip up on my enemies to shame? Because I really gotta pee. I don't have to pee.
All right, so guys, sorry, we gotta take a little break.
I really gotta
we gotta take a little break real quick. But yeah, the news. For a lot of people who doing surgery, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? So if you have to do your surgery to feel good about yourself, do it. There's nothing wrong with it. Even me, if I get money, say I think I'll do surgery for my wife too. So don't say I tell you. But I go.
Go.
My name is Sushi. My name is Sushi. My name I'm going up with your one criminal. Say I will now make it in the that evil people, so evil hearts. Telling the boy, you know, and I'm Christ. My name is Sushi. My name is Sushi. My name is Sushi. My name is coming to combat. Say I like it jealous that see that there you me on strap. I feel me love of feeling myself. I didn't want my thing, oh my fool. I got it when I took it across the road. Like you know my story, the back to my door. I got money in my own baby, I'm not in the bingo. But when I'm up, it down my window. Got the boy for me, God, telling me go. Hey, yo, boy, I'm go. Stop the corner, no money. The last time following me. 74 pieces of silver. I'm going to tell you this every night you walk. Oh, my enemy to see. Oh, my enemy to see. Oh, my enemy to see. 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 You will not see you talk me. There's a man who will bring blessings. And now you saw you will repay. So some money coming your way. You can't be complete. My enemy
I got too much.
Is it just the way did you make this bigger because
all of my people like me because my eyes don't play that for
doing your show, my you. Most of them being able to pushing hour, they children by themselves.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we take a little bit of break. Thank you so much for tuning in. So Massa in the studio with her manager, as you can see.
Hey, yeah. Oh no. What? Yeah?
Daddy was watching it live.
What? Oh, Daddy watching it. Like, you know, Daddy not know how to tell people you put Jesus Christ show from now. Go down there. My plate, Daddy want to watch me again.
Okay, so we're back again with Massa and her manager in the building tonight. So
Period.
thank you guys for joining us here. I know a lot of people sleeping, but if you're in like bro, I say good morning to you.
Good morning, all. And that is singing and crying like bro and the rooster. The rooster and crow.
Yeah. So Massa, another topic I want to dive into. Since you said you did surgery, so for a lot of y'all out there that are doing surgery on your body or you never done it before, don't ever be afraid to go out there and do your body. It's okay. You know, if Nicki Minaj then, Cardi B then, you know, Drake then, Chris Brown then, all the influencers that y'all looking up to or people that y'all looking at every day that looking, find your album and you know, that all of them came with that body that on them. They have to fix their body to look good, to feel good by themselves.
To rebrand themselves.
When you feel good by yourself, you want to do, you're not shy, you're not ashamed of going anywhere you want to go. You understand? You're not ashamed of wanting to do what you want to do because you feel so much good about yourself. So there's nothing wrong with doing your body. Or know that the from Massa, she just did her body, she did surgery, sucking in her stomach, her back, her side. You know, so if that's something you find yourself interested in doing, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, if you want to DM her, you want to reach out to her to see what doctor she used.
Or recovery center, I'm willing to share that. But one thing I will say is, it's not an easy decision that that I just made like that.
Mm-hmm.
I tried 2023, I tried 2024 and 2025,
Mm-hmm.
and it finally happened for me 2026. And
So
I will not just advise anybody to just go and do it. For me, I got to the point where I was just like, God, I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to have to wake up every day and smoke a blunt every 2 hours because I don't feel happy or within myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's first of all, that's not even who I am. I don't even recognize this person. So it was like do or die basically for me. Yeah, and that's just what it was.
So it's like you were there to the time. It's like you were there until it
I was
popped up
scared.
where you're like, no.
Yeah, I was scared. Like my cup got full, and I was just like, you know what? It's either I'm gonna do it or I'm not gonna do it because I'm not gonna continue to live like this.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody that wants to take that journey of surgery route, I would genuinely say like, do it with God, because me doing it with God, I wasn't scared that day. Like I was happy. I was happy about everything. Like I went, even my recovery lady, the lady that took care of me. Like I can even recommend her to everybody. Like she was like, wow, like for your first time you did really well, because it's like something that I have been preparing myself for mentally and emotionally. Because I really was afraid, at first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I really was scared. It's a scary thing because you're being put to sleep. You don't know if you're gonna wake up, and even when you do wake up, you don't know the kind of pain you're gonna go through, if your body can handle that,
Mm-hmm.
and how your recovery is gonna be.
No, I totally agree.
But it took me like 1, 2, 3 years to really build that relationship with God, for me to feel secure. Like when a woman is going to go give birth, if you've given birth, for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
your second or third or fourth time going, you're not really scared. So that's kind of how it was. Like I wasn't really scared. I felt like I was going to go give birth to my new body, because why I have built that relationship with God emotionally and mentally.
Okay. So everybody, you get a message from Massa. If you're out there, like she said, you gotta feel comfortable. You gotta feel confidence in yourself. Like you're willing to do the surgery,
Mm-hmm.
and so if you go do the surgery, you'll not be there regretting why I came here. I think there is a mistake. No, you gotta be fully prepared. When I say fully prepared, your mindset gotta be ready. Your whole body gotta be ready to go do surgery. Okay, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with anybody doing surgery, because all these people that you see out there that feel good about themselves, they were not born with that body. A lot of them face their body to get to where they can. So most of
Except
them,
for my manager.
okay, but people that not face their body will say less percentage of people they not face their body.
Right.
So, but there's nothing wrong with it. If you look good, you feel good about yourself, like all I'm matter. Okay. My next question to you is, how is the relationship between you and Philippa? I know Philippa is one of the female promoter in the community of Iowa, and she been promoting. I don't see a lot of female promoter, that do shows out here. So I always try to tell her, she's doing good, because with her being a female and getting involved into promotion and try to do stuff for the community, it's a big shout out to her. But I don't know your relationship between two of you. I know one time you had a problem, but I don't know how long it lasts for and how you handle that problem. So, how is the relationship now with you and Philippa?
To be honest with you, Philippa and myself, we're both from Rhode Island,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat anything or lie about anything. Back in Rhode Island, we were not friends. If anything, I was more so. I wouldn't even say friends. If anything, I was more so of an associate to her older sister, Sonia. And she was more so of an associate to my little sister, Faithlin. But however, the fact that we both found ourselves in Iowa here, I try to fill in that gap in her life as her older sister, Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to fill that gap in my life as my little sister, Faithlin.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, anybody that know me in my day-to-day life, I'm a peaceful person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like I'm a peaceful person. Like I wake up and I seek peace. I seek my goals, and I talk about things that I want to accomplish. So when Philippa and I linked up. It was over, um, you know, when I think it was a wedding that happened during the summertime
Mhm.
where one of her kids' dad, his significant other was down here, and I think they were trying to like gang up on her. So I personally empathize with her because I felt like emotionally, you know, this is your second baby daddy. Everybody look forward to like I stated earlier, I don't believe in, you know, having kids out of wedlock.
Mhm.
So I kind of felt for her as a woman that emotionally this is your second baby daddy, and you know, this is probably the person you was hoping to settle down with, to be a father figure, not only to the kid that you have with him, but to your other children.
Mhm.
So I empathize with her when she and the other party was going back and forth. That was something I would, like I said, I only get dramatic if I'm passionate about something. So through that, that's how she and I kind of try to build a sisterhood or a friendship or try to get to know each other, but it's not something that was already there. And when we try to build that, I noticed certain things about her that didn't sit well with me. Like for me, like even though people see me, they're like, oh, you know, you're so beautiful, you're this, you're that. Like I see myself as a human. You know, like my mom always refers to me as an earth angel because I'm very humble.
Mhm.
Like I don't care how old you are, what you look like what's going on in your life. If I like you, I like you. Well, Philippa is like very like all like also ego like. And me and her have had this conversation before where I'm like, it's like you're trying to, you know, live your alter ego, and we're in real life. We're not in a fantasy,
Mhm.
you know. So sometimes she may judge people a lot based on what her mind tells her. And I'm not like that. If I see you, I like you. Like I don't care where you're from, what you did, what you not do. I like you. I like you. That's all I care about. So she and I like got into a we got into an argument because she was like, you know, basically you're that bitch. Like you know you're like a big Jew, like people say.
Mhm.
Even though I don't care about that title, like being a big Jew. I just want to be happy.
Mhm.
She's like, oh, you're a big Jew. Basically, why you going to Prospect Park? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. At the time, even though right now I'm not smoking marijuana,
Mhm.
but at the time I was heavily addicted to marijuana. So me going to Prospect Park to smoke marijuana with the people that were there and laugh with them, play Lulu with them, and you know, have fun with them, that was something I cherished. I didn't care whether they were selling drugs, where they were from, where they were not from. I didn't care. All I knew was that brought me happiness. You know, of course,
Mhm.
yeah, if my mom knew of that, it would hurt her because that's not the background I'm from. If my dad, you know, my dad has a PhD, he works in the government in Liberia. Even my mom, before coming here, she worked in the police force in Liberia for years.
Mhm.
So the family that I'm from, you know, they will look down upon things like that. But me, being who I am, who God created me to be,
Mhm.
I don't look down on anybody. So my whole thing was Prospect Park made me happy.
Mhm.
So I don't care what you're saying right now. Like I don't give a fuck if I was the president daughter in Rhode Island and I would come to Iowa and I'm in Prospect Park. I don't give a fuck.
Mhm.
So that was the first place me and her, you know, kind of clash. And then I said to myself, and I even said to her friend Jojo, I'm like, you know what? Like Philippa is just too rude for no reason. And one thing about me, like I have spirit of discernment. So although I give people the benefit of the doubt, and people think like I'm being so nice and so like I'm stupid basically
Mhm.
or crazy or cuckoo, but at the end of the day, I sit with God in my prayer closet, in my meditation time. And, I know what's for me and what's not for me. And when I did that, I knew that Philip and I, we couldn't be like together because I deal with the truth. I don't judge. And she's more of like a egoistic person where she deals more with the image. So I told her friend, I said, she's just too rude for me for no reason. For me, even though, yes, I do drama, I cuss people out, but again, it something has to get me there. Something has to trigger me. And when I'm triggered, I'm passionate. And that's why I do what I do. But it's not like on a regular Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you see me and I'm just cussing you out. No. Like, I'm the type to hold the door open for people at a gas station. I'm the type to greet people. Like, and Philippa knows this. I'm the type to show up to your house in the morning with your favorite coffee or your favorite breakfast just because making other people happy makes me happy. So her whole thing was that when she got to see like who I really am, I can respect that she genuinely took to me and she wanted better for me. But in her mind, like taking me away from my friends at Prospect Park was better for me. And in my mind, it's like, no, that's not what's better for me because these are the people that made me happy during, the times that I was down. So, just because you're here now, like, I'm not going to switch up on them because of you.
Please leave your message.
So that was kind of the issue between me and her until she finally told me, to stay away from her, which I respected. Like I said, I'm not the one to chase anybody. So I respected her decision to stay away from her. But what I didn't like is like, okay, we're three in this room, right? Okay. So you tell me, say, I should stay away from you because of her, right? And I stay away from you because of her, but I'm still cool with her. But then now, because you're saying that, oh wow, Massa really is staying away from me because of her. So now you try to go and make friends with her just to get to me, not because you really want to be friends with her, but because you want to get to me, which is what she did. And when that came back to me, like that triggered me, that upset me because I'm just like, first, I would have never been friends with her if I would have listened to you this whole time. Because this is not what you wanted from me. This is what I chose for myself.
Right.
And because I chose that for myself, you told me to stay away from you, and I stayed away from you. So what makes you feel like you have the right to come back and try to befriend what I chose because I'm actually staying away from you? Because one thing about Philippa, she's used to like, like people like kissing her ass, feeding into her alter ego, and I'm not that. I don't do none of that. I'm me. What's for me is for me. What's not for me is not for me. I really don't give a fuck because I serve God. I don't serve people. I don't serve the law. I serve God. So when she did that, that triggered me. And yes, I stooped down to her level, and I posted her boyfriend, other girlfriend. And that's what kind of started the whole drama. Well, fast forward, after the whole drama thing, the first thing I did was I pulled up to her job at Safari. I'm not talking about like like her CNA job or whatever. I pulled up to Safari. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Okay. So I pulled up to Safari. So basically stand on business.
Okay. All right.
And,
But are you guys cool right now?
No, we're not cool. But let me get to that part. I pull up to Safari to stay on business. She didn't go that night. Cool, whatever. A few days later, I pull up to her house. I pull up to her house, and I said, with everything that going on or that went on, I'm not a fake ass bitch to sit here and say that the time or the moments that I spend with you, were not real or were not genuine.
Right.
But with the place it reached now, we just have to fight it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't talk about my kids, you don't talk about my mom, you don't talk about me. Things that I didn't do. She even went as far as lying on my name. And a point thing, like, gosh, crack me dead this night. If Massa Patricia Norman ever fuck Dream Love, Preston, Fonfon, or whatever his name is, let gosh crack me dead right now.
So
That was one thing I was upset about, for her to not only lie and say that I slept with Dream Love, but to go as far as saying that I was pregnant and I did an abortion. I've never done an abortion in my whole life. And I put that on my life and my kids.
So what was
everything.
What was the relationship between you and Dream Love?
To be honest with you, Dream Love had opened a restaurant. I know African True or whatever. He asked me to be his chef.
Mm-hmm.
But when I came in, he could only pay for one chef, which he chose to pay his mother-in-law, the person he was dating at the time, Cynthia, her mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I respected that because, like I just told you, like, I'm a retired chef trying to be a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really like I'm fighting to really be a chef, So I respected that. But even that lady, her mom, Patricia, she felt some type of intimidation when she first saw me. And she insinuated the same thing. And one thing I always tell Dream Love, like, I'm a woman of principles. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
I met Dream Love through my ex, Alan. Because while his best friend at the time, Cuckoo, was roommate with Dream Love.
Mm-hmm.
So every time Dream Love stepped to me, I always tell him, like, the fact that I met you through Alan, I can never cross that line. The same with her, even my ex-husband, Cargo. There's so many people here in this Des Moines that want to date me, but the fact that maybe they're not sitting one or two meetings to judge kids between me and Cargo, I will never cross that line with them because I'm a woman of principles. So that's my whole reason. It's not even about Cynthia or my personal feelings against Dream Love. It's just the code. Like, I'm a woman of principle, and that's the code. I will not cross. The fact that I met Dream Love through Alan, I will not go and sleep with Dream Love. You understand me? So when she said that, like that really pissed me off because it's like, you know who the fuck I am. Like, you're the same person that tried to put me on with so many niggas because you know who I am in real life. So just because we in Flower Talk, for you to try to, do all that extra stuff, I pull up to her house. And I'm like, the player reached out, we just gotta fight. But guess what she did? She called the fucking police. They're my manager right there. The police called me. He said, I just got off the phone with Philippa Gay. The 9 o'clock right. He said Philippa Gay 5 minutes ago. And I know you guys are going back and forth, but what I would tell you is digress on social media. And I asked him, I said, okay, so if I was to see her in a physical setting and she attacked me, do I have rights to defend myself? He said, yes, you have rights to defend yourself. But don't go to her house, don't contact her, and don't do none of that social media shit. And since then, I haven't done that. Like, to be honest with you, I don't hold a grudge against her because I'm not a, malice person or evil person to, keep things in my heart, but
okay.
Like, I went back to square one where, like I said, when we were in Rhode Island, she didn't know me, I didn't know her. She knew my little sister, I knew her older sister.
Right.
That's just where we're at. Like, I just really don't care about
okay, I think somebody dropped a comment they wanted me to ask you a question. So after you did your surgery, how was it with your sleeping? Do you sleep well? Can you go,
I sleep well. I take
lifting.
I take Tylenol PM. I actually went back to work 4 days. So I had my surgery on Wednesday. I stayed in Miami Thursday, Friday, and I flew back Saturday morning. And then I went to work Sunday 2 to 10.
So you still able to lift up in it?
Yeah, I still lift up things. I'm still myself.
Okay.
And I take like Tylenol. Tylenol.
So how long the doctor told you it would take before you fully heal?
About 6 weeks, the same way when you give birth.
About 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So about 6 weeks after your surgery, that's when you heal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now that's good. So another question was, I know during that time with the argument between you and Philippa, she also said that you had something about fucking Jonah or something like that. I don't know.
Me fucking Jonah.
No, I think somebody fucking Jonah or something.
No,
They
let
said
me
it was
clear
you.
that up. Philippa came to me and she said that she liked Jonah. And I told her, I said, Philippa, you can't be calling Honey J your auntie like, oh, auntie Honey J, and then deep down you have feelings for Jonah. So one thing I will own up to, while me and Philippa were still friends, I did tell Honey J that Philippa had feelings for Jonah. Because just in case if Philippa was to, I cannot control Philippa. So let's say if Philippa was to go through with that to have something to do with Jonah, I didn't want to be held accountable because why I was cool with both of them. So to again, like I said, I'm a genuine person. So to clear my own side, I told Honey J while I was still cool with Philippa, I'm like, hey, Philippa likes Jonah, heads up and blah 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 blah. So that's how when the whole argument came up, Honey J knew within herself. I believe she's a woman of discernment as well, like myself. That's how she was able to discern within herself what was true and what was lie. Because it's like, okay, if Massa was still friends with you, Philippa, at the time, why would she come tell me that you were having feelings for my man? While she was still cool with you? That's something that would usually happen after you guys have fallen out.
Okay.
Yeah, but because I didn't want no parts of it. I don't like deceit. I don't like all that fake shit. I don't like it. I don't want to be a part of it. So when she mentioned it to me, not only did I advise her, but I went and I talked to Jonah himself, and thankfully Jonah, his exact words was, "Oh, I have my woman. I don't want to mess with Philippa." And after I heard that from Jonah, that's what gave me the encouragement to go and confide in Honey J to say, look, this is what, Philippa is thinking or planning. And this is what your man said. And this is what I'm telling you. I don't want no parts of it. But upon my life, my kids, my everything that I'm working for in this work, I never one day tried to hook Philippa up with Jonah. No. Philippa confided in me that she likes Jonah. And I had a one-on-one conversation with Jonah about it, and he said that he would never go that route because he genuinely loves Honey J. And that gave me the motivation, the courage to go and tell Honey J. But I didn't go back to. But then after I spoke to Honey J, I didn't go back to Philippa to say, "Oh, Philippa, did you tell me I talked to Jonah and Honey J about and this is what they say?" Because obviously that would hurt her feelings.
Okay, so speaking of Jonah, even though Jonah, wife or woman is your manager, right? So what's the relationship between you and her before she became a manager?
To be honest, I first heard of Honey J when she was in Arizona, and sometimes she would comment or laugh under the person that my ex-husband is currently with. She would laugh under their posts, and I would name 3 people. It was her, it was Kay Rogers, and it was Angel Lobo. At that time going through separation, obviously I was more alert to what was going on Facebook. So they would laugh at things that were kind of going on between me and him and stuff like that. But I first met her when she moved down here to Des Moines, I think 2023, and I got the chance to take her around to look for a place, and we connected. We're both cancers. I'm July 14th, she's July 4th, so we're both cancers. So that's how we connected and became friends. But I feel like the same thing, moving to a new state, people tell you, say, oh, be careful with that person, they're dramatic, or be careful with that person. So we kind of kept our distance from each other. But this whole situation with the trauma and her realizing that, oh, if I could come to her and tell her the truth during the situation and not wait till after the fact. I feel like that brought us closer, and I introduced it to my mom, to my family, to my kids. I'm genuinely getting to know her, and like I told my mom today, like I'm practicing with her how to be a better daughter for my mom because I never had my mom growing up. You know, I just brought my mom to this country 7 years ago, and we don't know each other. Being that I was married to a Guillaume and my mom is a crown woman, so it's just been a lot of trauma where my mom and I haven't really gotten the chance to know each other. But I feel like God is using Honey J
To bring it together.
yeah, to bridge that gap and bring us together because you know she understands the African culture really well and she understands the American culture really well. So it's like she's half my mom and half me. So she's like that middleman, and that's why I really hold her at a high regard. And I tell my mom like the same way, you know, I would never move from behind my mom. I would never move from behind her manager because I appreciate that. That's all I ever wanted. Even if you ask my ex husband, Cargo, when my mom came, I always used to push my mom to him because like he kind of know the African culture and the American culture. For me, I only know the American culture. I came here at the age of 9, so I only know the American culture. So because of that, my mom and I don't really have a relationship. So I was kind of pushing my mom to be friends with my ex-husband so that the three of us can have a relationship, not knowing that his tribe as a Gio man and her tribe as a Gio woman, they can pull.
But they're both Gil people.
No, my mom is Crown and he's Gio.
Oh, so Gil people and Crown don't pull.
Yeah, they had a civil war back in Liberia.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago. It's already over with.
I know, but when she came in the home, that's why there was no peace because of that. Cause she will be on the phone with her Crown people, and they will be telling her things like, "Oh, you know, your daughter is so beautiful and educated. Why you let her to marry you, man?"
They're still going through that thing and that thing.
A lot of that.
Yeah, the old man didn't stop that thing
because now 7 years later, Carver and my mom don't talk. They don't have a relationship.
That's not good. That's not good.
Even when he comes down here to see the kids or pick up the kids.
What happened?
You don't talk to my mom. You don't acknowledge my mom.
That's not good.
So like Honey J, like it's like God is using her to fill in that gap because through her I can communicate with my mom effectively. I can know my mom, you know, and stuff like that. And that's why I really cherish the relationship that I have with her.
Yeah. Thank you so much for bringing that up too. When it comes to the parents, Gio and Crown, you know, if you're a parent out there, you're watching this live, or you get your mind, your pa out there that still having to have this problem with you being with your man, please try to help and stop our parents then for destroying the family or destroying the relationship due to their civil problem in the past. Okay, so Gio and Crown people, what happened, civil war that happened, Liberia should have nothing to do with two Liberian people that got bring together that are different tribes. They should have nothing to do with that. Nothing already happened in the past. It should remain in the past. Nobody parent Bible should be able to convince you to go against your man like you wait here because it's a pure man and you're proud woman. They don't worry like that. Don't tolerate it. Don't allow it to happen in your home. Okay? If you love your man for him being who he is, even though the tribe don't get along, that have nothing to do with you. That's for the ancestor that were born before all that went through that problem. As for now, we're all Liberians. Yes, we all want to know where we come from, but we're still all one of the same groups as one Liberian. So we should keep it that way, okay? But yeah, sorry so much for going through stuff like that. You know, I never heard anybody that was going through those type of stuff. Because for me, I used to hear about it too. But unfortunately, I never went through stuff like that because it was not going to hold me. You understand? I'm a man on my own. I can decide to get who I want to be with. I don't care you kill, you crown. You know what I'm saying, right? So my parents would be involved. Because if they had to be involved, then the same step I take, it would have been the same step I would have taken. You understand? I mean, my mom, my papa will not get along because why? If I challenge my woman and I want to be with her, that's who I will be with. It will not stop me from being with her. Okay? And I feel like he should have taken that steps and still continue with his marriage with you, even though it didn't work out. Because when they go out, all can happen in marriages. You understand? If you're not meant to be, it's not going to be. You can go outside, you can put it here, put it there. If you're not supposed to be there, it's not going to be there. You understand? So that's what usually happens. Now, my other question to you too is that I noticed that you don't do too much friends. So, what are the reasons that you don't do friends? I know a lot of people are in a situation with you, but everybody we need to understand why people don't want to be friends or don't let too many friends.
To be honest with you, I never really. I'm an only child from my mom. From my mom's side, I'm the only child, and from my dad's side, we're three, but I'm in the middle. So growing, why is manager like this?
Go ahead.
Growing up, like even in like Liberia, like I never really had friends. Like my mom will even tell you the story. Like I was the type where just during wartime, because I'm an only child, my mom will provide rice for me, but I would take the rice that my mom provide for me and go out to the community and give it to my peers, and then I would eat their buckwheat with the split peas. So it's like that's just who I am spiritually. I'm a humble soul. So from day one since I was born, like I believe in serving more than I believe in like receiving. But when I came to the US, I only have one friend, and her name is Chelsea Lopez. She's half Liberian and half Cape Verdean. So I always been like a one friend kind of person. But maybe because of that free spirit that I have to give people always feel like, oh, because she gave to me, she's my friend. While in my mind, it's like I'm just serving. I'm just doing the work of God because I love God. Yeah. So that's kind of what been following me in my life, to where even when I used to sell food, people would come to my house, although they would be buying, but people would see them on camera as, oh, they Massa friend. So I always been like a people person where people always around me. But it's not like if you search my heart, that's my friend. No. It's just that I'm a giver. I love to, give to others.
Okay, that's good. That's really good.
But let me just conclude. Well, the reason why like I had to take a stand, because I could have kept living like that, like a free spirit where it don't matter. But the reason why I had to take a stand and really just come into my own is because people that I call like friends and even family, they went as far as, having sexual intercourse with the person I was married to. Yeah.
Your friends.
Yeah.
So your friends were sleeping with you, man. People that was close to you. So how were you able to find out this information that made you to believe that yes, this happened? How were you able to?
Through him, because at the end of the day, when everybody went away and it was just me, him, and the children, we confided in each other in counseling and stuff like that. So through him, I was able to find out the truth.
So he told you, the person that told you, say, you slept with your friend.
So, and that's kind of why we're divorced today. So that experience just made me to feel like, I'm my own friend.
Okay, so how are you able to get over that depression of, because I know you're going through, going through divorce, knowing that things that making you to leave your marriage? How were you able to handle all the depression that you had?
To be honest, I needed medication. I couldn't do it on my own. I tried to go to church. I tried to smoke marijuana. I tried to drink. I tried to socialize. I tried everything naturally. But the only thing I didn't try was maybe to go Africa for some time. And the reason why is because I didn't have anybody to leave my kids, with to be able to go Africa for that trip. But I had to get on medication.
So when you say medication, you were on depression medication?
Yeah, antidepressant and anxiety medication.
Damn, that's crazy. I know it been a tough journey for you, but I know it's for the good.
Yeah.
They always say that if if you don't go through suffering, you will never get to be able to succeed.
Right.
You have to.
Purpose.
Yeah, everything happens for a purpose. Most of the time people say, "Oh, I born a child by mistake." I feel if you are not raped to born a child, it's not a mistake. And sometimes, even if you were raped, but you decide to keep that child, it's not a mistake because you decide to keep the child, right? Because if you know, say you were raped, it was not your willing heart that allowed the man to have sex with you to pregnant you. Okay, so why are you deciding to keep the child? Because one day you think about, oh, the child here, a pastor child, because why? He was not given to me by the man I love.
Right.
So if you decide to keep that child that you got raped for, then don't say it's a mistake. Just consider it as it's my child and move on.
Because that was a decision.
Because it was a decision, you understand? Yeah. So I think a lot of these things happen for a reason. And that's why we always tell people everything that happens on earth is not a mistake. Everything we do here is not a mistake. These things are meant to happen. Trouble is meant to be here. Because if there was no trouble, you think we'll be here? We won't be here because all these things fall in the category of us knowing who we are. You understand? So let me go to my own question now. And the question is like the truth question of life, okay? You gotta be honest, be honest about it. If you done it or you never done it before, okay? So to be honest about everything in your life, okay? Have you ever cheated? Have you ever cheated on anyone?
Wait, hold on. What about it? Wait, pause at this segment because she's asking me to read my pause.
Okay, hold on a second. Guys, we're gonna take a break. Before we get into the other question, the guy have to use the guy just say to your time coming. So thank you, wherever place you are, wherever place you're watching from. We say thank you for joining us here. We have one Iowa influencer, business woman I used to sell food. That joined us here. She been a lot of drama that been happening in the community of Iowa. So she decided to come in the studio tonight to discuss the problem. Those who she have problem with, those who she have problem with, those who she don't have problem. She want to know the problem. These problems can be solved. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us. Please help us share the live. Also, as we stay tuned and we watch using the bathroom. And we're gonna play Liberian music. I need you guys to please follow Liberian music. If you're Liberian out there, support your own thing and then like and share. Also, don't forget to follow this page, MMETV. Like we're on every social media platform. Okay? We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, and we're also on Snapchat. So please follow us on MMETV.
Why you wait for me? You're just waiting, see. But I see nothing. With a lie, want to hear what you come and let me carry. They were even do. I cannot fall for you. I jam money my face. Let's try let it you want to enemies they want see me. Put up the election you give me so. They just want me to clap all along. You want to enemies they want see me. Put up the election you give me so. They just want me to clap all along. I tell them free. You're allowed to breathe. To live in my life with ease. That live in my life with ease. No fears. You're feeling money. I'm living my life with ease. I cannot only off you. I will see you. I got money for you. They try like you want to enemies, they want see me. Put up, election, you give me so. They just want me to die, all alone.
Okay, so Olivia Brooks, she wrote a comment, said, "What my friend BK do before you post him?" Okay, Olivia Brooks, I never knew that. First of all, BK was your friend. I met BK through a mutual friend of ours, which is Trinika. You understand me? And first of all, mind you, I don't even know who the fuck BK is. Let me tell you how I met him. I pulled up to Prospect Park on a Monday, and he was there with Future and some other niggas, you know, EP, Future, and some other niggas, right? Like I said, during my time of healing, Prospect Park was where I used to go to find happiness. So when I first seen him, I didn't even know who he was. I first thought he was Mason. There's this guy named Mason. He's a personal trainer. He was supposed to actually train Philippa and myself in the gym. So I thought BK was him. So I was like, "Oh, is that Mason?" And then you know, one of the guys was like, "No, this is BK." Okay, it's a Monday. Passed by, whoop-de-whoop. So a few days later, Trinika reaches out to me. She's like, "Oh, my best friend BK, you know, wants to meet you and stuff like that." That's how I met BK. When I met him, I told him, like, to be honest with you, right now, I'm not looking for a relationship or a man, because why? Not only was I coming from out of a divorce, but I was coming from out of an abusive relationship with Alan through Kijan. You know, the person I actually dated after my divorce. And yeah, the so-called boy from Johnson Street. We had a restraining order between us because one thing I told him, I'm like, you know, I've been married before, so I've been there, done that. Like, what can we do to me in this time? You know, so I can take every other thing from you, but don't put your hands on me. So when he put his hands on me, I called the police, and that's how he went to jail, and that's how we got the restraining order between us. But just because you and somebody have restraining order between y'all, it don't mean that, you know, emotionally the relationship is cut off. So that's what I was going through at the time when I met BK. And I told him, I'm like, tell me the truth. You don't have to lie to me. Tell me the truth. If you have somebody that you're talking to or that you're with. And that's how he told me that he had a girlfriend at the time that lived in Arizona. Okay? And that's how BK and I created a friendship. I would not say a relationship, but a friendship. Because I told him, I said, if Alan was to come back today, despite the restraining order and everything, I would take him back because my heart still longs for him. Okay? And you're in a relationship in Arizona. So basically, he became like a comforter to me. You know? Like, I wouldn't say a friend because obviously we were intimate, so I wouldn't consider him a friend, but we were there for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward, he started to catch feelings, and I myself too started to catch feelings, but it wasn't on a level where I was his girlfriend or he was my boyfriend. It was like, okay, this is the situation you met me in, this is the situation I met you in, and now we like each other. What do we do?
Mm-hmm.
So I was staying with my mom at the time, and obviously he couldn't come over there because I'm very protective of my kids.
Mm-hmm.
You coming over there to meet my mom and my kids, that means our relationship is going to a different level, and that's not what it is in reality. You understanding me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we sometimes used to meet up at Philippa house or at a park on the south side. So then he offered for me to get an apartment where we could both sometimes stay. So that's how we got the apartment on the south side.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we did that, like, you know, it's like you're trying to suppress me. Let's say, for example, Philippa will call me and be like, "Oh, is BK there?" And I would be like, "No, he's not here, but he's really there."
Mm-hmm.
And then like she would try to tell me, she would try to put me on to like a different person. I'll be like, "Philippa, like even though I know the situation with BK and I, but I'm not that type of girl. Like one thing about me, like I'm not the type of girl to talk to this person, that person, this person, that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm talking to one person, even if it's not what it is, that's the one person I'm focused on. So at the time, I was only talking to him. So he would be there and he would hear like Philippa try to put me on to other people. But at the end of the day, we both knew what it really was. So he told me, he's like, I have a lot of hoes. I have, bitches I've been dealing with before I even met you that been there for me.
Mm-hmm.
But, I really fuck with you. So give me to the summertime to cut everybody off. And I'm a real ass bitch. I'm like, nigga, you can't have me meeting your mom, meeting your whole fucking, situation. You haven't met my mom, but I've met your mom.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't met my kids, but I've met your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not telling you to cut off EJ Carter, but you're telling me to cut off Philippa and this person and that person. So if you really put it on on a skill level, like you're really into this, then I am. So like I'm a very like clear person. What the fuck are we on before I do all that?
Right.
So while in the process of us trying to figure it out, he told me that let me just be honest. While in the process of us trying to figure it out, Philippa and I fell out basically in a moment where I was with him. And the fact that we fell out, like I said, she felt like she needed to, pay back. So she reached out to him to look for a hall for her, like a party hall.
Mm-hmm.
And when he told me that, that triggered me because I'm just like, first of all, me and you would have never even made it this far if I would have listened to Philippa. Because Philippa told me that I'm too good for you, how you're this type of nigga, you that type of nigga, and XYZ. But I'm the type of person that follow my heart. So me and you was not even gonna make it this far if I was gonna listen to Philippa. So why now is Philippa coming to you to look for a hall for her? And me knowing Philippa, she ain't needed a hall. She just wanted to play on my top.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what started the whole drama before Beaky got posted. And then the reason why he even got posted, Cynthia listened to Philippa live, accusing me, Massa, of sleeping with Dream Love, which was a lie. And then Cynthia didn't come to me accordingly. She came to me as a bitch. So I treated her as a bitch. And then her sister Alice came to me as a bitch. So I treated her as a bitch. So basically all these bitches got treated like the bitch that they are. Because like I said, I'm a real ass bitch.
Okay.
If you step to me woman to woman, I would treat you as a woman. But if you step to me as the bitch that you are, I'm gonna treat you like a fucking bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened So this whole situation is not even about BK. BK and I don't even have no fucking problems. That nigga came, I got his car towed to wherever the fuck it's supposed to be. I packed his fucking shit and came and pick up his shit. I was on the phone with my manager, Honey J, right there. You know what man shame, you a man, right? You know what man shame, right? The hard be kicking the ticket in from my house that day. Very fucking shame. Because why it's like when you realize that you won the lottery but it's too late. That's what it felt like that day. And I remember his mom called me and she's like, she wanted me to, go do this, go do that. You know how the African people can tell you, go do it one, go do that one. And I'm like, I already learned my lesson with the cargo shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not chasing no man. The only thing I'm chasing right now is myself and my career. I'm not chasing BK. I'm not chasing no fucking man. So I packed his shit, let him, he got his shit. He got his car towed from my place. And I'm focusing on me. I'm not even in a space where I'm like bitter or salty, like, oh, I want a new nigga to stun at him. Like, I don't give a fuck about all of that because I'm a real ass bitch. In the first place, we was never together.
All right, so when you speaking on career, like you said, you focus on your career and yourself. When speaking on career, what type of career is that? What is your career now?
I want to be a nurse.
Okay, so you want to be a nurse. What type of nurse?
A registered nurse. I want to work in the NICU with like babies because I personally have two NICU babies. I have my son when he was at 6 months, 24 weeks. I have my daughter at 31 weeks. And the fact that it took nurses to help them be who they are today at the age of 17 and 13, I want to give back.
Okay,
So
yeah, that sounds good.
I want to be a NICU nurse.
Okay, that's good. That's good, and I wish you the best. I hope that you become one day for the community.
Thank
You know. But my other question to you is: have you ever cheated on anyone?
Have I ever cheated on anyone? Yes, I have.
Okay. Um, how much do you trust people?
I don't trust nobody but God. I don't even trust myself. Because I'm so goofy. Like I will tell you, I will have a sit right here and have a serious conversation with you. The next minute, I will do something different because that's what my heart tell me to do. So I don't trust nobody. I don't even trust myself, but God.
Okay, okay, okay. So, do you feel like you need to apologize to anybody, and who would I was be?
Yes. To be genuinely honest with you, like after explaining my story right now with cargo and things that I went through with betrayal, I want to apologize to Alice Brown, which is the mother of BK kids. And the reason why is because maybe she wasn't preview to the situation that it was her sister that attacked me falsely because I swear on my everything I never slept with Dream Love. But the way in which her sister attacked me, that was how I posted your mom. But the way she texted me about it, that's how me and her started going back and forth before I even involved her kid. So mind you, it was never about BK. Me and Alice met at Freak the Truth, I think in July. Even her mom even was serving Suya was small. Me and her were laughing. We said, oh man, that's Suya small for $20. And she was there with her kids. And I even told BK about it. So me and her never had a problem. But because of the way her sister Cynthia came at me and then I posted your mom, that's how she got involved. So if I have to apologize to anybody, I genuinely would like to apologize to Alice Brown for insulting her and her kids because it wasn't personal. It was just something that was in the moment.
Okay.
And one thing I will say, like, I'm not the type of woman to back a man or BK to cuss his dear mom. If you go through our text and I'm telling him like, you a bitch ass nigga for cussing the women that waste blood for you. You understand me? So if I had to apologize to anybody tonight, I would apologize to Alice Brown for insulting not just her, but her kids and her mother, because she was like completely neutral, completely innocent. It's just because of the situation with her sister that tied in her mom, and then it went on and on and on. But genuinely, shit, I don't even have no beef. Even Hannah, his other baby mom, the first time Carter came to see the kids and I, he pulled up with Hannah and his brother Martin. Hannah even left her ID, her driver license, on my mom's stairs that day, and I took a picture. I sent it to Carla. I'm like, the girl you came here with, she dropped her driver license on the stairs while going to use the bathroom. And from that day, Hannah, I wouldn't say we were friends, but we were like associates. She really took to my daughter Kalia. She did my hair once or twice. We never had a problem. But then when I started, talking to BK, he obviously didn't want me to be friends with Hannah because she's his baby mom. So I don't really feel like I owe Hannah an apology, but it is what it is.
Okay, all right. So my next question is, if you have to forgive somebody, who would that person be?
Myself.
Yourself. Okay. Um, why you said that?
I say that because like the way the public view me, like they view me like a villain, like a monster, like somebody that's crazy or deranged, and I'm really not that. I'm really a victim that's just trying to figure it all out.
Okay.
And I want to forgive myself for how I sometimes lash out. Don't get me wrong, sometimes maybe I defend myself a little more too much than I need to. Maybe sometimes I just need to pray or sing a song, but instead, I repeat words of the internet, or I repeat words, of my childhood trauma. But I know that deep down to my core, like I'm a loving person. I'm a loving mother, a loving wife, a loving sister. You know, I'm a good, like I'm a good fucking woman. I'm gonna tell you, like, there's nobody that ever been in my presence that had a genuine, even the Cynthia woman today that me and her going back and forth. When Dream Love was having that Afro true, you know what I told her? I sent her right down in Safari while everybody was there partying. I told her, I said, don't you fucking quit your nursing school to come and stand by Dream Love in his kitchen to cook. While he's cooking and doing his business, continue with your school. You understand me? Because why? At the end of the day, you gotta have a plan B. You gotta have a backup plan. I educated Cynthia that night. I talked to her like as if she was my daughter. I talked to her like as if I was her mentor and she was my mentee. So I want to forgive myself because sometimes I bring myself down to a level where it seems like I have no education. I'm just a low life ghetto cut ass chick, but in reality, that's not who I am. I'm just in reality, I'm an intelligent person. Like I'm the person you want to book a session with.
Okay.
But because of life situation and life circumstances, that's where I found myself. So I want to forgive myself and really be able to live in my truth. And I want to say one thing that's really still bothering me. And even if this is me on the bottom, I don't give a fuck because that's who I am right now.
So I think that's what my next question.
No, let me finish. That Olivia girl that said BK her friend. I don't trust her friendship with BK because I have a video in my phone right now of her playing herself in her like pussy, where she sent to another nigga. So you coming on this podcast right now to say what my friend BK do before you mention him, it's like, is he really your friend or are you one of the bitches that you playing in your pussy for him? Because one time BK made a mistake, he sent me a screenshot of a bitch playing in her pussy. And I cuss him out because I don't play that shit. I'm a wifey ass bitch. I don't play that shit. I'm not the type to be like, oh yeah, you send me this shit, like this cool. Da, da, da. No, I cuss the fuck out of her. So what kind of fucking friend is she? Is she the bitch that playing her pussy?
So, did it show you full evidence of the person who was playing in there?
Yeah, that whole playing in her pussy.
Okay, so my next question is.
So who sent it to her?
You not answer it. You say my next question is.
So ask her, who sent it to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, who sent it to you?
Who sent what her video?
Who sent
Yeah.
the video to you? A video
That one both on Fargo.
from Fargo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're not gonna call the name.
I'm not gonna call her.
Okay.
I'm
But you received the video from somebody from
I
Fargo.
received it. That Olivia girl. Light skin Olivia that was here the other day with patient.
Mm-hmm.
She was playing in her pussy.
Okay.
Then after this, she said she big friend. So is she playing her pussy for big too?
Okay, so
You laughing?
let's go to the next question.
Be there, be.
What part of your past still bother you up to now?
Nothing bothers me. Right now, to be honest with you, the only thing I would not even say is a bother because my mom is helping me with my kids.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in a 2-bedroom on the south side by myself. If I want to sell food, I can sell food right now, but I don't want to do that. I want to focus on working and becoming a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing bothers me right now. I'm just really grateful for the help, the support system, and the jobs that I do have to be able to accomplish my goals to become a nurse. Nothing bothers me, to be honest with you. Nothing.
Okay, so give me four things that 4 ways to keep a friendship or relationship or even marriage. What are 4 things that can make you
Fourth
keep
thing,
a relationship or marriage
Number
or
one.
friendship?
be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in being yourself. First of all, if somebody is for you or not, you will not know if you don't be yourself. If you pretend to be somebody else, that person is taking a liking or falling in love with somebody else. Yeah, no, we're not going for a break. You're coming in 18 years right now. Be yourself, number one. If that person for you, like my mom told honey J today, anything that you let it go when it come by for you. Yeah. Be yourself. If it's for you, it's for you. Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I personally believe in honesty.
Don't lie.
I'm an honest person. I don't like to lie. I don't care how. That's how you say how I know about cargo and all those things. Because why I created that atmosphere of honesty where I could tell him my truth and he can tell me his truth. So that's how I was able to know that who the person that was around me that actually slept with him. If I didn't create that atmosphere, I wouldn't know from him. It would just be they say I say, they say I say.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? So be yourself, be honest. And number 3 is always follow your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Always follow your heart. Your heart will never lead you wrong or astray you. Always follow your heart. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
And number 4, be smart. When I say be smart, like sometimes our heart tells us to do this. Well, you have to test it with your knowledge, your wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call wisdom and understanding. Wisdom and understanding don't come from the heart. It comes from your mind.
Yeah, go for break, man.
So be yourself.
Break.
The little way. Go ahead, finish.
Be yourself. Be honest. Follow your heart. And
be smart.
always seek wisdom and be smart.
Okay.
At the end of the day, one more thing. I know we look up to God, but like God said, He created us in His own image. We are our own gods. Everything that God has within Himself, we have within ourselves, but we have to seek it. And that's why I love going to Prospect Park. People would say, oh, people to Prospect Park, they do this, they do that. Can you imagine last summer I went to Prospect Park and put my own hair?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes. I went there and put my own hair because for some reason when I'm on that ground, I feel connected to my ancestors. I feel these four things. I feel like I'm being myself. I feel like I'm being true to myself. I feel like I'm following my heart, and I feel like I'm being smart. Although people around me may be selling their thing and doing whatever they do, but within my own being, when I'm there on that ground, I feel connected to my ancestors. I feel like I don't bought a one-way ticket to Liberia when I'm at CrossFit Park. Because I don't be focused or worried on no fucking body but myself.
Drink, Massa. Drink.
Yeah, but myself. So everything that we look for in God or in other people is within ourselves. If we just take the time to look within
Awesome.
and ourselves, yes, that's it.
Not seeing the honor because. What are you making?
Okay, so this could be the end of our topic, but these are questions. These are life questions. So there will be like a true or false type of question. Okay, so if you
So that okay, can I come in? I was saying something.
so if you believe true, it will be true.
What she said? Send up a friend. Me, I want to know what she said.
So it'll be true, it'll be true. So let me know if you're ready for the next question. Before true or false?
Apologies to BK too. I don't know what he did. Apologize.
Definitely true or false before.
Wait, why should I apologize to BK? I never did anything to BK. I never did anything to BK, so what am I apologizing for her?
Alright, so let's do the last section of true or false.
No,
Then
before we
go
get
to
to that.
What's the question you're asking?
Olivia Lucky, she said I should apologize to BK and he would do the same. I'm not apologizing to BK. Because, like I just said, BK and I were never officially together. We met in the circumstances where I was heartbroken. He was in a situation, and it's like the universe. No, we wasn't living together. It doesn't matter. That's not living together.
Every day.
That's lie. That's not true.
Okay.
That's what she wanted to be. She, my manager, she wanted to be the way she explained it. But that's not how it was. Me and BK was never living together. Yes, his car was parked at my house because why? His car got shut down on the interstate. And me being the type of person that I just told you that I am, I took his car from the interstate to my parking lot because I didn't want his car to remain on the interstate and go to any parking lot what they can do to the car and impound them or whatever. Yeah, me and BK was never officially together when he said, "Oh, my son, I want you to be my girlfriend," and I said, "Oh, BK, I want you to be my boyfriend." No, we met each other in the circumstances where I was heartbroken trying to figure it out, and he had a situation, and it's like the universe brought us together. You understand me? It's like you read it to me. It's like the universe brought us together. When we came together. Yeah, we had a lot of, when I said have, because he's not dead, I'm not dead.
This person here. You know that?
Yeah, she said it seemed like we have a misunderstanding. Like I said, the universe brought BK and myself together. It's not like I would not say it was a mistake. You understand me?
Yeah.
But it was never official. I was going through my own shit. He was in a relationship, and the universe brought us together, and we ended up liking each other. We was never living together. He advised me to get an apartment so we can be able to spend time there because why? At the time we was spending time to Philippa place or spending time to the park in my car. So that's how he advised me because like I told you I was living with my mom. And I was not ready to bring him. My mom is an open person. I'm the only child from my mom. She will accept anything I bring to her. But me being who I am, I'm not going to bring someone or something to my mom knowing that we're still trying to figure it out. So that's why I never brought him to my mom. Because someone he advised for me to take my own place. That's how I took my own place. Yes, he brought a few stuff there, but he wasn't living there.
Okay.
It's like we were both trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. My question to you, my next question is stay away from those who stay close to everybody. True or false?
I would say true because from everything I just explained, it's like Like people don't really know how to take me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather just stay away instead of me like getting hurt.
Okay. And the other question would be, being alone is better than to be used. True or false?
True, I'd rather be alone than to be used. So like my brother, sometimes I can run. Sometimes I can run away from your home and go to my home.
Yeah.
I can run away from her. Sometimes 1 week, 2 days. I go to my she come. We'll be on the phone. Don't get me wrong. We'll be on the phone. She on the phone. I on the phone, but I told my husband she to her because why I now value, the importance of my own space.
Mm-hmm.
I just, want to be in my own space.
Right. Okay, so the next question will be, money give you the ability to walk away from people and situations you don't like. True or false?
I would say false because I'm not a materialistic person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't value money compared to how I value human being. Like I can lose $1 million right now. It will not hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
But if I lose somebody right now that I genuinely love and care about, it will hurt me more than losing that $1 million. If God forbid, knock on wood. If I'm talking this, I don't let crap people, but God forbid, knock on wood. If I lose my mom right now, I will never be the same. That would hurt me. I can even win the lottery. I can win $300 million right now. If I lose my mom, I would never be the same. I would give that $300 million to the whole wide world and ask God to bring my mom back. Like I said, I'm a very passionate person. When I speak, I use like strong words that people may feel offended, but it's only because I'm hurt. But
Okay.
I value life over money.
Okay, so rule number one, believe in yourself. True or false?
I believe in myself, of course. If I didn't believe in myself, I would have never went for the surgery that I just did.
That's true.
Yeah.
The next question will be, jealousy is a lack of confidence. True or false?
Jealousy is not confident because first of all, you shouldn't have to be jealous. When you were born, right? You get your own birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I get my own birthday, right? So God got his own blessings for you. He got his blessings for me. Your blessing can never transfer to me. My blessings can never transfer to you. So there's no need for jealousy. That's why I don't like jealousy. I'm not a jealous person. And when I sense jealousy, that's why I cut people off. Because it's like, for example, Philippa, I can never be you. Philippa can dance. I can dance. You will go through my phone and I'll videotape Philippa 100 times and I'll post her. Even a guy came from the military that was into the racism that has a PhD in pharmacy. I put him on with Philippa. You understand me? But Philippa will not do the same for me. So I don't believe in jealousy because my blessing can come to you, your blessing can come to me.
But do you think it's a lack of confidence? That's
Of
it.
course.
Okay, that's all I actually.
She insecure or she lack confidence. That's why she feel like she have to do all that alter ego stuff. I don't have to do that because I understand that your blessing can never be my blessing. My blessing can never be your blessing.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. The next one is stop thinking everybody like a friend. True or false?
True. That's true. That's the thing I just told you. I never thought everybody my friend. I'm a one child. So I always been somebody that get one friend. You see anybody else to not beside her?
No.
Okay, before her, you ever see me with anybody else beside Fatu?
I mean, I don't really see you that well.
Okay.
You.
She knows. Before her, I was never with nobody besides Fatima. I'm a one person friend. But because of the business that I used to do, like selling food, because I used to sell food, you will always see me with people. But it don't mean that they're my friend. I have to socialize if I want to be able to sell food. If I want to be able to sell my product, I have to be able to socialize with everybody. So sometimes people may, put the two together like, oh, they're friends, but no.
Okay.
I'm a very social person. Because why of the business I used to do, I used to sell food. But if you open my heart, if you really look at my heart, I'm a one friend person. I don't even know how to multitask. When I say I'm on the gym, I'm making flour over me. I don't know how to multitask. I would tell my mom, I say, you see what when I move up behind you, I will not move up behind like here. I don't know how to multitask. I'm like my heart is one. They see what my heart I want. They see what my heart can only go for one person. Right now, my heart was one issue.
Okay,
and
so
my mom should have to be there because of how her boyfriend on nursing right over. And I told her, I said, I said your boyfriend and my nobody and somebody. One thing I love about my mom, we can rock it, but at the end of the day, like she loves me, I love her. Yeah, like me, mama can make her right now. When you see the two of us, say that when I make her on, that's the one thing I love about her. Let her give her own people, let me get my own people. But when it comes to me and her, we know what's up, and that's what I'm looking for in a husband. Let my man get his friend in. That's why you see, I don't care. I don't have problem with EJ Carter. He can be friendly with BK and whatever. That's BK. Like even why you sound with the wedding, me and BK did DoorDash weeks, not even just days, but weeks before that wedding. We did DoorDash for that wedding. Even right now the post that BK would go to that wedding and in my second room for me to go dry clean it with my other clothes that I have to dry clean. You understand me? I pack everything, but I not pack that wedding clothes. They stay there. If you want to take pictures of that way, one will take picture. I pack everything that belongs to him. But I don't pack that wedding suit there.
okay.
Up there in my other room with my other clothes that I gotta go to dry. I say clothes I gotta go in the washing machine. I said dry cleaner to have it. It's there. You understand me? So my prayer is whoever I'm attached to, you can have your people, you can have your life that you have before me or even after me. The same way I can have my own life that I have before you or after you. But let there be that mutual respect, and that mutual understanding. You understand me? I don't, if you ask me if I want to, she will tell you my favorite word is don't suppress me. So now when she comes out in the car, me, her, and Doris, we smoking. She want to talk about, oh, Alonso, oh, Massa, I want to be in Alonso knows. I said, Femi, you're not ready for get time. Get the fuck out of my car and go in your house and go be in Alonso knows. She will say, oh, no, Massa, sorry. I want to go here. We'll smoke our 2, 3, 4, 5 blunt. We go to Laughing Crab. We eat our food. We drink our liquor. We come home. And I get no problem. So my only thing here is keep it real. Don't deceive me. If right now you won't be with your man, I will not be where you go be with your man. But don't come pretend you won't be with me while you have money to be with your man. Don't suppress me.
Okay.
But the same way, when if I'm with my own man, I will tell you. And I'm coming to you right now because I want to suck my man's dick. And what happened that day, I was sucking my man's dick. While she said I'm gonna give her right to work. And I don't go give her right to work. She said, oh, I'm gonna stay away from her. I should have fucked this, stay away from her because I wanted to suck my man's dick at the time. I wanted to suck my man's dick at the time.
Okay, so
at the time, when I was single, I said at the time.
Okay, but who was the man at that time?
okay, so the next question would be: don't regret, have a good heart. All good things come back multiple two of us.
True, no regret. They like where we live in. You don't know tomorrow. So enjoy yourself. Don't suppress yourself. Don't depress yourself. You see the way Cargo made me depressed, I have to go to surgery to feed out in there. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. When you see my picture when I was marrying Cargo, you must see my picture when I was marrying Cargo compared to the way I was looking before I did this surgery. And the thing that used to pee me, she was on the phone. I tell my mom, I said, so me, my check we take 3 children from me in spare my body. Then I'm gonna sit down and say, yeah, except it, no, I will go to the surgery.
Okay, so are you currently in a relationship or are you talking to somebody?
Right now, I'm very, very single. I just want my nursing degree. I just want my manager wants it. Right now, I just want my nursing degree.
The camera line for you. The camera on. Please answer a question.
Because she about to lie, let me just say.
I was saying from the camera.
Oh, she said, I never answer. So the camera
Go say what they will respond.
but Joe, they're not ready to settle down yet until summertime. So she's waiting for summertime before.
Who waiting for them? She laughed. She way beyond.
So
She
tell
way beyond.
us.
Get time for that shit.
Answer the question, please.
That was the shit that the nigga said to my old body. So live a new body, yeah.
Show the body now. What's
I'm not showing that for myself. I'm not showing that. They want to see it. I posted naked.
Yeah, answer the question.
I posted naked on my story. I'm not standing. Then they go on my story. I'm not standing.
Answer the question.
And you see my snap today?
Yeah.
I'm not making myself.
Answer the question.
I only call my pussy and my titty. Exactly. So they want to see it and go there and see I'm standing right now. But let me tell you something right now. Right now, I get time for meeting. The thing they call meeting, I get time for it. Right now, the only thing I want to wear, God, I have me. I go to my surgery. Yeah. I just want to get my nursing degree. So that I can be able to take care of myself, my mom, and my children with or without a man. I already know I'm a beautiful person, in and out. I'm educated. I don't like nothing. Even in my behavior, when people say, oh, Massa get drama. And then, man, you can even, and you were there that day, I brought your ex-girlfriend, she needs to have to this song with me, right? And I mean, the one walk out of the house. When he finished fucking, she needs, and he coming back to come to the house to tell you I'm a home trained woman.
So you went back to his house?
But she went out there, he finished fucking, and I do this song with them.
But you went back to the house?
Yeah, I went back there. Because I'm a trained woman.
And that's how you have a boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went back there.
So you're meant to do?
You bring your ex-girlfriend for her to do to this song. The bitch said how she digmatized. She start trimming on herself. I walk out.
Have you done threesome before?
Yes, I have.
She have. Only 2 times.
In your marriage or what?
Yeah.
Not in my marriage. When I got divorced from Cairo, I did so with Alan 2 times.
Oh, okay, all right. So Alan was your ex?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Missy.
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm a home trained woman. I lack nothing. I'm intelligent. I'm a home trained woman. I'm very beautiful. I'm educated. I can make my own money. And then when I come to me, I don't tell them, say, oh, I want your money. I tell them, say, anything you give me is a bonus because I make my own money.
So what would you say about doing threesome? What was the feeling like, and how were you able to? How were you encouraged to do it?
To be honest with you, I came into the idea of threesome when I separated from my husband. They kind of pornography, because obviously you've been used to having sex with one partner over the years, right? So when I separated from him, I went to pornography to watch pornography to be able to explore my body sexually. So the kind of porn that I found myself attracted to was, 2 women and 1 man. That's how I got the idea or the illusion of threesome. But when I tried it physically with that Allen brother, Sogo brother, that's Sogo brother from Johnson Street.
Why I keep saying Allen as well?
We got Allen from Johnson Street. Yeah. When I tried it with Allen, it really broke my heart. It broke my heart that day that I even see Canel was in the living room. She was not a part of it, but she was in the living room, and then me, Allen, and Gifty were in the room. I don't care that your cousin, she was in the living room. Me, Allen, and Gifty were in the room. After we did the threesome, I left Allen and Gifty in the room, and I drove to my house in Waukee to go use my robes because it broke my heart. Meaning that told me that emotionally, spiritually, that's not who I am. And today, I will not allow to anybody. Gifty stay behind me. Gifty want me.
So you still want you?
Yeah. That's why you see me how many flower. I'm not going on Trinika. Go ride with Gifty.
Definitely.
And I'm following you. And I'm following you there. And I'm following you. Because Gifty already want to eat me. So imagine July told me say go ride. If I intoxicated, everybody intoxicated on that board ride, and I know Gifty want to eat me, then I suddenly Gifty already do that. And I know to myself, I'm not lesbian. I tell all of them, I say, okay, that thing that I was one time thing I tried, and I like it break my heart. I take my hair from inside, I wash my hair from inside. For that day, I don't watch TV song porn. I don't even when Biggie came to me, I don't even ask the Biggie for TV songs. So now when he bring it up, I can say, no, that's not who I am. You want to go do your thing? Go do your thing. I will stay home. But I experienced it and I know that's not who I am. Yeah. I'm not a lesbian. I'm not a bisexual. I'm a straight homosexual woman. I like men. I like men. So I don't, at least I can say, okay, I tried it, but that's not who I am and that's not what I want to be.
Okay, so what would be your advice to women out there that are thinking of doing threesome, but
try it and see if you like it. Cool. If you like it, cool. For me, I tried it. I didn't like it. It's good. It was not cool. You get out to bring my hand. That's heavy. That's yummy.
You know the one coming first. Ready,
You get I was crying, driving to my home, watching that team. Ready.
So your advice to
break your heart.
Break my heart.
Another person.
Break my heart. Why even call the police on and people? If you want me to my heart, how can me call the police on you because I don't call the police on.
People say threesome is good though.
And not cool.
So your advice to people that want to do threesome, they might not do it because
Don't do it.
Oh, what if you do it exactly? You put the person album.
What they call close the person album.
To put
Every time you see, every time with Ali, I was beating about Gifty. Let me tell you in my own situation.
Who like Gifty now?
Gifty Ross. Every time I used to be with Ali, I was beating me about Gifty, but I know to myself, say, I'm not let woman.
But if you say Gifty, why can't you go for her?
But I'm not let woman, why I will go for her?
okay.
I left me. I'm not lesbian. I'm bisexual.
I think it made a lot of sense. The fact that you're not
that's only I see. I was trying.
You're trying.
And then when I try, I notice and I like it.
But you try it too. That ain't the whole story.
No, I like it. I'm like.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys all for joining us here on MMETVLIBERIA Self Culture with Massa. Y'all, as you can see, you're not yet everything about her, everything that you want to know. People actually have confusion. She already went over everything. So
they will see me in my screenshot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
why she want me to stand up?
thank you all. Okay, so alright, so Massa should stand up in front of the camera and show a body.
Yeah, you can.
360.
The people not see my nigga body on the not screenshot it. You can watch 5 hours show. Target.
You joking? You joking?
It's
Kevin.
It's Kevin.
Move on from the camera. So okay. I have the camera. Massa, go stand for the camera while I show.
Mind you, I still getting massages, yo.
Alright, so as you guys can see, as you guys go to 360 for the camera. As you guys can see,
mind you, I still getting massages, yo.
As you guys can see.
Oh, wait, look at my ancestor and dream.
So as you guys can see, Massa did her surgery. So she was showing her body. She was showing her body 360. Massa, go out and do 360 please for the camera.
Can I be first at least?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, wait.
Stop what you mean.
Give me that Let me end this live. Thank you guys so much for watching this. But let's stay tuned. I'm gonna show you I'll show you Massa body that she did. So she'll do 360 for you. If you want to go out there and do your body, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? If you get the money to do your body for summertime so you can bluff on people then.
It's good.
You know. My only advice for people that who doing body, okay? If your man don't approve of you doing body, don't do it. Because that relationship will not work. People who can do body, they can get a lot of attention from men. So if your man don't agree for you to do your body, if you go ahead and do your body because you say you can do things on your own, when you have a man that's always listening to, you're on your own. But if your man do agree for you to do your body, you go and do your body, I'm happy for you. Do your body. You know. Then but yeah, so if you out there, you have a woman and you're a man and she want to do a body and you agree, allow her to do a body because people do their body to feel good about themselves, okay? Even men can do their body. For a lot of men, I don't know. Let me tell you something, okay? If you want to do 6 pack and your stomach big, Okay, I know you can see women around here, doing 360 sucking their stomach and things like that. They also get a man who can go do surgery on their stomach for 6 pack. So if you want to do surgery, there's nothing in America they can do on your body. You want nose, they will do no surgery. As for me, I have go work on. I think I have no work on. If you fat, you want to reduce your body, they will do surgery on your body if you're a man. They will give you 6 pack if you want 6 pack. Just make sure you have the money for the 6 pack. Okay? If you want wet tea in your mouth, they will put wet tea in your mouth. Just make sure you have money for the wet tea. If you want to change your hair color or you want hair on your head, they will put hair on your head so you have hair on your head. Okay? So in America, there's a lot of things that they can do. I know a lot of you are not exposed to it, but there's nothing wrong with people doing their body, doing all these things. It's because why people want to feel good about themselves. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with that. But just stay tuned. One of my guests that I have here, she did her body. At least when she show you her body, it might convince somebody else to go do her body. So do the 360.
I still gotta do massage.
Dre on the side. Dre over your friend.
Where?
No, face the camera while you gotta look in the camera while Dre back the way they see they do 360. Yeah. So look.
Okay, so first of all,
Dre back small, Dre back again. And then you can see your whole body.
We need to see it.
How?
Just yeah. Keep just on the side.
On his no.
Right.
Maybe
On the side.
Yeah, so you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to go out there and do your body, you are more than welcome.
You have to get your massages, so this is not my final body.
Exactly.
You know this, everything gotta come ton.
Exactly.
But at least,
Yeah.
cause like you know,
Yeah.
I gotta wait.
Yeah.
I gotta wait.
Yeah.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys all for joining on here on MMETVLIBERIA Self Culture. You know how to do that. I hope to catch you again tomorrow. And thank you so much for sharing your life and stuff. Thank you. See ya.
Did that go, Mikey?